Hello, hello, hello to Seru and one other person that I have here right now in chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight is session number 29 of Unlikely Heroes, which is our Sunday night D&D game. We'll be playing from 7 p.m. Central to 10 p.m. Central tonight. We've got the full crew here. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to roll. We've even got our wonderful cat who is joining us regardless of currently having the plague, and Lucy having some slight preoccupation. Boo Boo may have to step away for just a few minutes to sing happy birthday to somebody in the house. So if we see his camera go off, don't worry, he'll be back, we hope. And yeah, Seru, I wanted to just say thank you really quickly in person for the sub, for the resub. And you say that you've got the night off and you have a special drink waiting for you. Got some rum and coke. Oh, I drank rum and cokes last night and on Friday, and boy were they delicious. So hold on tight. As you guys know, I don't really pay attention to the chat while I'm going in stream. The players might, and if they do, that's totally fine. But forgive me while I give them the attention that they so desperately need and deserve, quite frankly. Okay, here we go, folks.
Evie's my
Wrong
second.
with that. Yeah.
Yep.
What can I say? I like the cute ones. I mean, it's called. Sorry, that's gonna happen a lot. Yeah, I'm a sucker for the cute ones. And Kevin, I'm pretty sure that Cyber's also Ree's favorite.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It just fits.
Totally
Okay,
makes
guys.
sense.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I didn't know you were listening to us just rant about Pokemon.
No, that's okay. Hey, trust me. You know what? I've got a first edition Ditto fossil card sitting here right now in front of me, and I've got two Pokemon Legos actually holding notes up about your characters. So, and there's a Ditto
Nice.
plushie sitting next to me. Yeah. Okay. It's all right though. We're all good. Okay. Anywho, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Lucy.
Sorry, I got a notification from Google about someone in Illinois, USA signing into my Google account.
That was me.
You-
So,
Yeah.
so here's a funny thing. Remember how last week we were having so much trouble with the audio kind of glitching out in some spots, and then some of the animations were looking choppy? Turns out I hadn't cleared my internet cache in like probably a year, and I had like, I think it was like 65,000 items that it wanted to remove, and when I did that, everything went back to working flawlessly. So who the fuck would have thought that if you just clean your fucking shit up, then, it'll work better.
Yeah, Xavier, what's in your internet browser history?
Lots and lots of Dungeons and Dragons information, and probably weird shit like, is this okay for my child to consume, or will I die if I eat this? Lots of it.
Poison control.
That
I
sounds
got
about right.
I gotta say, like, my browser history is probably like confusing as shit to anybody who has to look at it. Mostly because, like, yeah, I'm an artist, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a I'm a dungeon master at times, so it's like all like probably the weirdest shit. in there.
Such strange shit. Actually, at
All
one
over
point
the
in time, actually last week, I think one of the searches I looked at was is it possible to survive the individual layers of hell, and what are your odds? It's like, who the fuck is gonna, my FBI agent is probably watching me through my webcam like, bro, you're not like going into the satanic panic level 1980s shit, are you?
I had to look up how to gamble for my players.
pretty
Like,
sure-
how do you horse gamble? How do you gamble for horses? I don't know. I gotta look this shit up.
That's pretty fair.
I'm pretty sure your FBI agent is watching through your camera. Like, do you have faith? If I like get one of these
Can I play
fuckers
too?
arrested, can I play?
Probably. He's gonna be hitting me up in the clink like, yeah, so we on for Sunday? Okay, guys, real quick, let's go ahead and
What kind of deal?
yeah, let's jump through a recap. Oh, hey, real quick, Kat, how you feeling, by the way? I know I kind of saw that you're still kind of down and out, but feeling any better?
Well, this helps.
Okay,
Not
that's what I like to
bad.
hear. How was the food? Was it decent?
Yes,
even know?
it was inhaled. Yes. So I haven't lost my taste, like sense of
Oh,
taste
that's
or
good.
smell, but some things taste weird, which is strange. Like I can't. Well, mandarin oranges, they taste like garbage. I can taste them. They taste like absolute fucking garbage, and I've got a bag that I am probably going to end up throwing out unless y'all want it, because it is, I
No,
can't.
we're good. I trust your
wonder
garbage
what,
senses.
I wonder what lemons would taste like.
Well, my lemon tea is delicious, and if this couldn't be consumed, I would cry,
Well,
because
then
this
That's
is
fair.
my go-to sick drink.
Your oranges might have just gone bad, so that might be a good sign.
It's possible. Did the
were
sauerkraut
brand
taste?
new.
Did you taste the sauerkraut? Was it okay? Did that taste
Yeah.
okay?
Sauerkraut was fine.
No shit, wow.
The cucumber salad's still in the fridge because that tasted wrong to me in the same way the oranges did.
Fair enough.
So
So there is
I'm
white
thinking,
vinegar. There's white vinegar in that cucumber salad. So that could be fucking with your taste buds ever so
It might
slightly.
be the acidic, possibly. Like things that are acidic mess with their
Oh.
taste.
Yeah,
buds.
it's
I don't know.
possible.
My yellow Gatorade, fine. My lemon tea, fine. I have no idea.
Fucking COVID,
it makes
man.
zero sense to me. But my headache's still the worst thing. Fever's finally. I have had no fever-breaking meds today, and there's no fever. So
Well,
That's great.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're doing better. Yeah, we did miss you yesterday for D&D,
Yeah.
for long D&D, but yeah, it was fun.
I
And
miss
don't
you
listen to
guys
any of the
too.
bullshit they put in our chat, by the way, because half of that never actually happened.
Right, you are a gnome, but all your stuff is fine.
Yeah, okay. Anyways.
No, fine, as long as I'm
This is
not
not a
halfling.
halfling. Yeah, you can't do it twice. Not twice. Okay,
Did you
so
resurrect again in your other game?
no, she didn't. She did
Oh, I was
not.
gonna say.
No, these
Yeah,
guys
we
are
were
being
just
these guys are
fucking
being
with her.
assholes to her.
We were
They
just
were
fucking with
as soon as we got out, they were like, "Oh, you will not believe how many fucking times we had to resurrect your ass." I was like, "God, you guys are such dicks."
Because it's our once a month, and I had to. Well, I mean, I could have gone and played everyone else, but
Nah, I think we're good.
didn't think. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. We'll jump into XP from last game, and then we'll dive into this thing, because there's lots of stuff to do. Okay, so when you guys picked up last time, you were just at the cusp of getting ready to adventure into what was the wilderness, the true wilderness, the wilderness that was not opening up before you in the Druid Grove, to identify where the hell these East Wardens went. It's about that time that Ree spotted a deer, which you guys assumed was something else. Ree kind of was like, all right, well, fuck it. If it's a deer, we're fine. Don't see anything else. You guys started to kind of head back into the clearing, and that's when Gray... Actually, you guys don't know what the hell happened, but Gray, you were spoken to from somewhere not here through a shadow, who pretty much told you to look up into the sky, gave you some information about something that was going to be happening, and sure as shit, as you look up into the sky, you guys saw this big pulse of energy and this cracking of the interior aurora of the prime material plane as what appeared to be like a meteor of some sort broke through. As that object, whatever it was, began to rocket towards the continents, it split into three distinctive pieces, one heading off to the northwest, one falling to the south, and one heading straight towards you. Thinking there's no way in hell that this thing is going to land anywhere near us, because what are the odds, you began to kind of dismiss it, except for Ree, who realized it was a giant fucking fireball flying right at her.
Panic!
And indeed it was. It sailed overhead of you guys, and somewhere in the distance of the grove, crashed. Doc scaled a tree, did some investigating, said, yep, it's a few miles away from us. We should probably go have a look. So Doc and Gray turned invisible. They made their way to the site where they could see this huge stone altar surrounded by three statues that pointed one north, one east, one west. And on top of the altar was clearly a turtle retracted into its shell with these psychotic-looking goblins frothing this black ichor at the mouth with these with their veins being replaced with these purple, slightly glowing versions of what was their own vein structure. You also saw just to the north of where this altar was, there was a handful of bodies scattered around what was very clearly the tail end of what looked like an airship. So you took that information, you went back to the group, you guys had a discussion about what you wanted to do, a very interesting discussion where you guys were actually pretty torn about whether you were going to go back to the Druids or if you were going to go further on and investigate this shit yourself. You did decide that you were going to head to the north and you were going to investigate the site. When you got there, you all saw the scene at hand. There was a couple hobgoblins and a shitload of regular goblins. Doc attempted to be stealthy and tried to assassinate one of the goblins, which she did hit, but unfortunately alerted the rest of the group to her being there. Combat ensued. You guys managed to snuff the goblins out of existence, and the goblins themselves had an interesting trick up their sleeve. Any of these purple-veined goblinoids, including the hobgoblins, seem to have the ability to touch a shadow, regardless of where it was, and disappear and then rematerialize at another shadow within some sort of certain boundary. Also, when you were fighting them, it seemed that once in a while they could draw their own shadow up around them and kind of displace where they were, causing sometimes your strikes to miss, and sometimes still not having an effect and taking the blow regardless. So, combat ended. You guys met with a turtle. A turtle whose name was Moonshell, had a patch, of moss growing on his back that appeared to be in the shape of a sickle or a crescent moon. It was just a very, very sharp, hooked C. Moonshell talked with you guys for a little bit. There was discussion about, hey, we've got these bodies, what are we gonna do? There's this thing that crash landed here, what the fuck is with these goblins? And it was decided upon at the tail end of our last session to have Doc quickly walk the turtle. That's the most ironic shit I've ever said. But to quote-unquote quickly walk the turtle back to the East Warden camp, since the other wardens were nowhere to be found. And then while she was doing that, you guys, I believe, were going to take a look at this wreckage and the things in and or around it. So I believe that's where we left off. Let's just go ahead and touch really quickly on experience. So last session, the goblin fight netted everybody 150 experience. And then your guys' investigation and role-playing netted an additional 150 experience, which was 300 total for the session. That brought Gray to 9,697, Aurora to 9,835, and the rest of the party is at 11,535. We are picking the day up. We're picking tonight up on day 11. It is Wednesday, the 11th of Mugem. And it is about 3 p.m. where we're picking up. With that being said, I'll take questions just a moment. The only note that I have, now I know that I've brought this note up. This is the third time that I have actually brought this note up. So, retroactive description giving. We've got to stop doing it. It's driving me crazy. If you take an action, I don't care if it is, I am walking from here to that tree and taking a piss. If you have a specific idea of how you want that to look, feel, whatever your aesthetic flavor is on it, just tell me right off the bat. That includes with your attacks and your spells. If a spell doesn't work because somebody resisted it, fine, we can discuss that after the roll happens. But give me your personal aesthetic flavoring before you full stop, this is what I'm doing. Because if I pick up because you chose not to do that and say, okay, this is kind of what happens or this is how it looks, we're stopping there. There is no more, this is how I envisioned it. Nope, that's just full stop, done now. It's just, it takes so much time. I look back at last week's episode again and we had almost 7 minutes worth of retroactive storytelling, which it undermines the DM's capability of telling the story because nobody wanted to pick up the aesthetic flavoring. I mean, obviously the story is going to stay the same, but all I'm getting at is if you want to, I don't care how your guys' shit looks. It can be popcorn and lollipops for all I care, for the most part, but just let me know before you do something so that I can just move on afterwards. Okay, that's all I got. Any questions?
Give the description when we say we're doing the action, if we want to give a description. That's what I got from that, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
for anything. I don't care how mundane it might seem. If you want to very particularly pick up a coin purse in just such a way that looks really, really neat to you, fuck it, let me know. You guys know I love detail. That reminds me, Beaufort, just so you know, you are still currently at a -2 for your attacks, saving throws, and ability checks. It's gonna take me a little while. Sorry. Aurora, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I don't know if I want to now that you're assuming I'm a half-orc. I am rolling it before you can move on. Not letting.
Sorry. It was bound to happen. Oh, fuck, 20. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not bad. So, to be completely honest, almost nobody got hit during that entire goblin fight. Ree got some scratches. Gray is unscathed. Beaufort is unscathed. You are unscathed. And Doc actually looks the worst out of everybody. Doc took a couple of arrows that did not do her any justice.
I put a little bit of healing into our
Yep.
portal friend last time.
Correct.
Looking fine now, right?
Looks great. Looks better than Doc.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Alrighty. Any questions from anybody? Any clarification pieces? Anything like that?
Good.
Actually, I have. So the purple stuff, I guess now that Ree's flipped over the vessel or whatever it is, the purple stuff that was on the propeller is now gone, correct?
I'm sorry. Ask that question one more again. I apologize. You chopped up just a little bit on my end. So the purple stuff on the propeller, you're talking about the etchings that were on the propeller?
No, you said like the purple, the things that were in the goblin's veins. There was like this purple trail leading to...
Yes. So the question is it gone?
Yeah.
It is gone. Yes.
Okay.
And the goblins, as soon as they were dead, it faded away on them. They still look crazy, and they still had black foam like around their mouths, but it was gone.
And I think we flipped over a chunk of the craft, right, and found a body.
That is correct. Yes. So I'll go ahead and just give you guys a description on that body really quickly because I believe we had not touched on that. Is that correct?
I think we very briefly did.
I
It's slightly-
forgot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Male ASMR with human appearance.
There
Yep.
it is.
Long golden hair to mid-back, 5'9", silver eyes, no pupils, soft white glow.
I mean, couldn't have fucking said it better myself. You read that verbatim as I wrote it down. So, yes. So as you now, mind you, what you were looking at was only the very, very rear of some sort of vessel. It is made of wood and iron or steel, but it's shit you've never seen before. It just is very outlandish in the way it looks. It's not from any normal tree or any normal stone structure that you're familiar with. When you lifted it up, you found the body, which, by the way, was in absolutely atrocious shape. Every bone pretty much beaten and battered. The only thing that was, really intact was from about, nipple level up to the top of the head, and even then, he had a huge split on the side of his head where, he had bled out of. Yeah, there is also some debris in and around the area as you move the tail end, we'll call it the rudder of this vessel. There was some debris. I know we were just about to touch on people actually searching through that debris, so we will get to that very shortly. I would like to start with her getting the turtle back to the clearing, and then we'll come back here and we'll do all the cleanup that we need to, just in case the investigation portion takes longer than she's there and back. Okay, so any other last minute questions before we dive into it? Okay.
So just if Doc's going, then I'm also going to toss a heal into her before she escorts our turtle friend back.
Perfect. Yeah. How are your spell
And it would
slots
just-
looking?
I'm going to use my last spell slot on it.
Okay, understood. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Yep.
So, Doc, as you're about to go into the brush where you remember the path being that goes back down towards the East Wardens camp, you're approached by Aurora.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just that you've got a spot, and it's just a little spark of green with that level of 3.
And yeah, you were right. There was a little spot there where she'd been nicked by an arrow, and yeah, as it flashes green, it seals up and fades away.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, Doc, you begin to lead the turtle. Actually, the turtle almost leads you. Like as he steps into the undergrowth, he holds. And did I show you? Let me just see. Did I show you guys the picture of this guy?
I believe it did.
I think
yeah.
I did.
Like you did.
There you go. So there, just to show you one more time, there he is. So he kind of holds his scythe out, and as he does so, you see this blue and green smoke form on the end of it, and it kind of pours off of the tip of the scythe and into the growth. And as it does so, the plants immediately, as if they're trying to escape the smoke itself, begin to bend over towards the sides, which literally opens a way for you to walk back. Whereas it had taken you, 10, 15 minutes to get from where you were to here, it takes you all of, 6 minutes to walk back as this smoke kind of opens the way for you. Just to note, it does not move anything larger than, I'd say, probably a sapling out of the way, so you still have to walk around trees and whatnot, but all of the lesser vegetation, if I can classify it as that, does make way for you.
Okay. If possible, I want to try to maybe like drag my short sword behind me to leave a trail so that I can find my way back in case the forest closes behind me, so I can get back to them. So kind of like breadcrumbs, sort of.
Sure. That's one I haven't heard before.
It's usually me.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Make a survival check now.
Okay. Shut up.
Okay. So what we are going to do is use that in a way to then determine the DC on the way back, if it closes, to find your own trail. But yeah, you might as well just, stick your short sword straight into the heart of the Earth Mother with a nat 20. Actually, I don't suggest doing that.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay, so yeah, you drag your short sword behind you. It's a little awkward because you're like 7 foot tall and you have to bend down, like 3.5 feet, and you just kind of trail it behind you, but it doesn't seem to bother the turtle any.
Does it seem to bother the forest?
Can you speak to
No,
vegetation?
but does it seem like it's trying to close around me, or it's just staying open since?
No, it stays open.
Okay.
The smoke kind of lingers on the ground behind you even, and as you guys get about, I will say like 800 or so feet in, then you can see the vegetation just kind of creeping back over, but it's only as the smoke is dissipating.
Okay. So, I was trying to understand. I know one of the companions that were with me asked you about it, but this purple nonsense, when did that show up?
You're talking about the, you're talking about the veins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and those crazy little goblin friends. Boy, I don't know, it's kind of tough. The last few days have been kind of a blur, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
But it was before the crash?
Oh, indeed, it was before the crash.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, 'cause those little sumbitches went crazy on me, boy, I tell you what. They tried to drag me from my shell 3 ways from Sunday. I wasn't having it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If they would have busted through the back of my shell, well, I'd have ended up like my sister here. And he kind of holds out the shield arm.
Oh, that's your sister?
That was my sister.
Why were the goblins after you?
Beats the shit out of me.
They did.
Well, they did beat the shit out of me. That nice friend of yours, that sweet little halfling lady, though, she patched me up real nice.
She did. The other companion, however, felt the need. What happened there?
Sorry? Excuse me?
The one who you said to keep an eye on? The,
Oh, you're talking about the psychopath who casts necromantic spells on me. Yeah, he's got something wrong with him, sweetheart. You see, I'm not sure how much you know about the Azamar, but there are two primary styles of Azamar. You see, there's the friendly Azamar, happy-go-lucky, like that fella they pulled out from the wreckage there. Silver hair, silver eyes, blood probably silver too. Gorgeous, radiating celestial energy. And then you've got the freaks, the fallen. And that is your friend. He did something very, very wrong. Evil, some would say, in order for him to have lost his wings. And I ain't talking about just murdering nobody. Oh, he had to have done something real bad. All Azamar are born happy-go-lucky, bright bundles of joy. But boy, I tell you what, you see one looking like him, he done something real fucked up.
I feel like all of us have. Have you ever done anything real fucked up?
Oh, absolutely. My sister begged me to kill her, so I cut her out of her shell.
Why'd you do that? Why did she want you to kill her?
Oh, she had the pox. She didn't want to live anymore. She asked me to return her to the earth. So I obliged. Bless her heart. She's a strong woman. She fell to a very, very powerful pox. Why the questions? Who are you?
Well, I don't meet turtles every day.
I don't meet Tabaxi every day.
There you go. All the reason for questions, right?
I suppose so. I suppose so. At about this time, you guys have arrived back in the East Wardens camp, and he kind of looks around, saddened. Says, boy, they really did a number here. They really did a number.
Was it the goblins that did it?
Of course it is. Of course it was the damn goblins. Just embarrassed more than anything that I couldn't fend them off.
What were you doing all the way out there?
Where?
Where we found you?
What are you talking about? That's where they dragged me.
Oh, they took you out there.
Yeah, we fought like a sieve, but boy, then there's 30, 40 of them. Let me tell you what, little lady. Them some mean some bitches. Glowing veins, screaming and frothing from the mouth. Not just that, but it happened at twilight. And let me tell you something. Them boys could jump through the shadows like you ain't never seen before.
Mm. Are you gonna stay here tonight?
Well, I suppose I probably should get it back in order and gather belongings of the fallen and make sure that they see themselves back, back yonder. Make sure Archdruid Nightbreeze receives message that we're all right. Well, what's left of us anyways.
Who else is left? Is it just you now?
I have no idea. I hid in my shell.
Mm.
Beats me.
And
You're
I
the
will
investigator here. You're the one asking the questions. Why don't you go on back over there and find out for us?
Well, we found remains of some here, so I wasn't sure how many of you there, how strong you were here.
You didn't find any remains here. We all got dragged off. You found bits and pieces, but
Right.
We've been shot up pretty bad full of them goblin arrows.
Okay. Well, I suppose you being here is probably a good thing then, because then if anybody else did survive, they'll come back here too.
Well, to be honest with you, I hope so, but I know at least one of them's gone. And I only know because I heard the screams die out when he got dragged into that damnable cave.
Mm. Well, would it be alright if we came back here and stayed tonight as well?
Oh, I suppose so. What do you intend on with this thing that crash landed? What the hell was that thing?
Well, we're gonna continue to investigate. We're not sure. At this point, we're not sure.
Well,
But if we know that you'll be here, then we'll come back here and perhaps stay as well, if that's alright with you.
he kind of looks up and around. Well, I suppose I got my work cut out for me. I don't move quite as fast as I used to, but yeah, we'll get it situated. I'll make something nice for you if you intend on coming back, and if not, well, I'll return it to the earth.
Thank you. You need anything else?
I don't think so. I think you have done quite enough. Thank you.
Is it gonna let me through to go back? I know that I'm not really from here.
Can you speak with nature?
No.
Probably not willingly. But I heard you dragging that blade through the ground.
Yeah, just in case.
Trace it on back. You're a cat. I'm sure you can smell your way back if need be, right? You don't need to see. You just need to use the old sniffer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll see you later. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I have one more question. What is the symbol on your back?
He kind of rears back for a second, and you see his head extend up as far as it can, and you hear an audible as one of the vertebrae pops, and he stretches it back to look, and he looks down, and he goes, "The hell's on my back?"
I'll try to maybe draw it in the dirt, like copy it and draw it in the dirt for him.
He kind of looks down at it. Hey, did you just draw the letter C in the common tongue? There's a C on my back? Well, I don't know about that. Are you serious or are you messing with me? Is it in blood? Did one of them bastards bleed on me?
Maybe it's just blood. I do see the symbol there, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's
Okay.
and as you kind of like really look at it, and now that you're as close as you are kind of studying it to draw it, it's a fucking sickle. Is there some problem?
No, I
Can you get it off? Can you rub it off? What the hell is it?
I think it's just blood from them. I'm sure it's fine. Maybe when you take a bath, when you bathe, you do bathe, I assume, since do you like water?
I mean, I don't mind water, but I don't get water as often as I think I should. This ain't the circle of the land.
I see. I suppose that's fair.
See someone.
Okay. Well, we'll be back later on. Take care of yourself.
Boy, I'm going to try. Good luck getting back through, and just make sure you keep an eye on that little fallen bastard you got following you around, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, he's gonna be in a whole world of hurt when he meets with Archdruid Nightbreeze next time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on him.
Just
Thank
let
you.
him know that he can't go assaulting wardens of an Archdruid whenever the fuck he pleases. Gives your whole group kind of a bad rap. You understand my drift?
I think I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
Can I do an insight check on that?
What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to figure out if that was like a threat. Like a.
Okay, go ahead and make an insight check.
It's the evil one.
19.
It did not come across as a threat to you. It came across to you as a stern and blunt, maybe ever so slightly veiled warning that you might be in danger.
Okay.
But it seems sincere,
Okay.
as weird as it was.
I'm gonna head back into the trees a little ways, and then I'm gonna stealth.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
It's a 23.
Okay, understood.
I'm just gonna watch him for a few minutes.
Okay, so as you're watching him, doesn't seem to pay any heed to you as you kind of disappear into the darkness, and the smoke dissipates on the ground, and the last of the inner circle closes up. He kind of walks over. He lifts up a tent flap and looks in, lets it go, reaches down and pulls a couple of arrows out of the tent, throws them in a pile. He looks around and just kind of takes note of the surroundings in general. You see him kind of kick his feet over what appear to be like tracks and blood and stuff kind of mixed up on the ground. And then he does do something kind of odd. He sets his scythe down, he unslings his shield, and he sets that down on top of it. And he sits down, and he holds his palm open, and you hear him whistle. And it mimics a bird call almost perfectly. Nothing happens for a moment, and then you hear a flutter in the trees, and you see this this blackbird, small blackbird, probably half the size of his palm, fly down from the boughs of the tree and land in his hand. The two of them converse back and forth for a moment in tweets and whistles, and then he kisses it on the head and sends it off, and the bird flies up and then straight west, following very closely the path that you guys came in from the Druid Grove.
How close is he to me right now?
To have successfully stealthed, I'd say probably about 50, 60 feet.
And it's daylight right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's daylight where he is. As you go into the thick of the trees, the canopy very quickly makes shitloads of shadows. It looks almost like twilight being inside of the actual trees itself. But where he is, yeah, it's very, very sunny on top of him.
All right.
As he finishes that and the bird goes off, he picks the scythe back up. He leaves the shield on the ground, but he leans on it heavy to stand back up, cracks his neck, and then kind of just uses it as a crutch to go to work. And you see him actively, he starts pulling the rest of the arrows out, throwing them all in a pile. It looks like he's tidying up this shit show, this massacre site.
Okay. I'll try to find my trail and see if I can follow it back.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check.
Here comes my low roll, guys. 10.
So, the DC was going to be 18 to get through it, but because you rolled a nat 20, I dropped it all the way down to a 10. And that was already, I had it written down right here. The nat 20 nailed the 10. So, you spend like 30 or 40 seconds looking down and at the ground before you're like, holy shit, there it is. And deep as you could possibly go, moss has already started to grow into the crevice that you dug out, but you successfully find your trail leading all the way back to the site. Okay, so we'll pause there with you having done that. Everybody else, you guys are at the crash site right now. You guys have just flipped this thing over. You pulled this corpse out. You began kind of looking in and or around the area. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to be just standing guard. I'm not worried about the actual investigation at the moment. I want to make sure that nothing else is going to hurt us while we're here. So arrows ready.
Okay, understood.
I will not shoot Doc when she comes in reflexively, but just about anything else that's moving.
Give me Kat, give me a perception check, please.
Better only shoot me for 3 points of damage.
I'm not being very perceptive at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Yep.
Was Doc still being stealthy through the woods?
Yeah, I definitely would have been. Do you want me to do another stealth?
No. We're going to say that these guys get a chance to investigate without you being here,
Okay.
because you just took, 15 minutes to actually go back and do all
But
your
yeah, I
thing.
definitely would still be stealthy.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're being stealthy. Hopefully being stealthy.
I guess Ree would like to take a look at that the other half of the ship she just yeeted into the woods.
And
Okay.
I'll look for
No, go ahead.
I'll look for religious symbols on the Azamar.
Okay, wonderful. That is a very specific and very good question. Go ahead and give me a religion check, Bofer, and Ree, give me an investigation check, please. Are you looking for anything specific, Ree?
Yeah, Ree would probably be looking for like I don't know, like tools or any kind of like weapons or barrels, boxes, that kind of thing.
Okay, understood. All right, Bofer. So,
You said investigation, right?
yes, please.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think Gray would be. The turtle very loudly said that it came from past the cradle, or whatever it's called.
The Aurora.
The Aurora. Yeah. And so Gray's gonna be, I guess, searching for, origins, or if he knows anything about symbols and that kind of thing.
Okay, why don't you give me a history check?
Boy.
All right, so I'm going to start here with Bofer. Bofer, what you find One moment.
No worries.
Okay, sorry. I knew what I had. I just didn't expect you to actually look for this so specifically. So what you find, Boo Boo, excuse me, Bofer, as you begin to kind of like dig through this. Now, again, this man is obliterated on a physical level. He is still put together in some like you can tell he's humanoid, like you can tell what race he is, but there's just so much of him that's been broken and battered and bloodied. Most of his stuff has fallen off. However, as you go through his shirt, because mind you, from about the nipple up, he's in pretty decent condition. Under his shirt, there's a small leather vest that he's wearing. You unbutton the leather vest and you reach down in past his manly Azamarian chest hair, and you pull out what you recognize immediately as a holy symbol of Foltus, the god of light and law. So I've gone ahead and shared that with all of you guys. But you find it's very, I mean, it's clear cut. It doesn't appear to have anything extraordinary about it, but it's very clearly Foltus's iconography. Okay, here's what I
found shit.
Actually, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that you, as you're because you've never seen anything like this. This boat fell from the fucking sky? Like, this is crazy. Most of the boat is being, or most of the ship or vessel is being burnt up right now, and you just cannot get close enough to it to feel comfortable really digging through the wreckage. However, the shit lying on the outskirts, we'll say, catches your eye, and you collect another 66 pieces of gold that have fallen off of either dead assailants or out of this ship somehow. And you also find a small, like, wooden, but, like, black as night, made of, like, an ebony wood, wooden chest. It's about 6 inches long by 3 or 4 inches tall, and then another like 6 inches deep, and it is very locked.
Ebony wood chest. Okay.
Yes, and it only weighs about a half a pound.
Okay, so it's like small enough for me to just like kind of pick it up in my hand.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, fits right in the palm of your hand.
All right, Ree will kind of like look it over and just try to crack it open like a nut, maybe just like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck. Make a strength check.
Alright. First, she's going to try to be delicate about it.
Cool box. I fucking obliterate it. Okay.
Pretty much.
Alright. Yeah, you're like a squirrel, like, I don't want anybody to see me crack this thing.
So, I'm sure that fails. 8.
So the only person who actually notices you, since nobody was actively attempting to perceive you, is Aurora, and it's only because she rolled so bad with her roll that that's all she really is perceiving, is you just like, whack!
Well, she's trying to just pry it open first, but then like...
Oh, I see. So she's actually trying to actually lift the lid past where it's locked.
Exactly. And if
Gotcha.
that fails, then she probably would try to smash it on a rock.
Okay. So, if you're gonna, you are very clearly trying to peel.
Like the retroactive description thing. I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. It's okay. That's not an issue. So go ahead and make the strength check for me. It does not. It's tough for you to hide how strong this lock is, as you kind of retch on it.
I just realized I rolled a stealth check last time, not a strength check. But that would have been plus.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I thought you were rolling a stealth check to be stealthy about it. I apologize.
I meant to roll a strength, but that would have been a 10. I'm sure that doesn't work either.
A 10? No, a 10 would not have done it.
Yeah. What the fuck's this box made of?
So yeah, as you. Oh wait, that's a strength save though. That was.
Oh god damn it.
That's even worse, isn't it?
So yes, it would be 3 less than that.
Oh my god, this is a
I know
strong.
how to play D&D, guys. I swear.
So, Reed, the interesting thing about this is that like people have said this thing just literally fell from the sky, and you're like, yo, I ain't ever seen wood that I couldn't just smash under my own force before. This thing must be special because holy shit, is it strong.
So if anybody can actually see me, I'm just like squatting, Reed just like squatting down next to a rock, just like, fucking box!
It's like a furious ape.
Aurora has completely stopped, like, standing guard at this point. She's just watching and trying not to laugh at the breaker of chains struggling
with a wooden box.
At one point, yeah, Reed just yells out, "I'm the breaker of chains, open!"
While I'm holding the amulet up, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, are you good over there?"
I'm fine, fuck you!
And you see he's holding just this really shiny, dangling silver necklace.
Why don't you, and she's gonna call across the coin, why don't you just wait for Doc and her, lockpick?
Yeah, sure, she has a silver lockpick, so maybe that'll work.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute, we still have to do,
Lucy, yep. Okay, so Lucy, you were rolling a history check, and what you were looking for was anything that identified this thing, is that right? Like anything that stands out to give this thing some meaning?
Yeah, or like where it's from, or...
Okay. So, without actually being on the vessel and finding something on it particularly that states that, you don't see much. What you do notice, however, is on the side and then on the rear, like where the rudder is, the beam, the wooden beam, right there, pinged on the map for you, that runs vertically, holding the actual metal of said propeller in place. You see a symbol that appears to be a golden emblazoned cup or chalice of some sort. With that being said, you rolled a nat 20 on your history check. Now, in this world, it is not taboo, foreign, or uncommon knowledge that the planes of existence exist the way they do. Meaning, each world is a kind of a carbon copy with a flavor given its particular identity of each other. They exist within this realm called dead space, and there is an aurora sphere that encompasses each one of them that protects them from things in the dead space. Crazy creatures, alien bodies, foreign objects bounce off of it. For something to punch through like this, it would have taken a lot of fucking effort and force. More so, you know that there are vessels that traverse this dark space that instead of using arcane magic to transport yourself from plane of existence to plane of existence, you can punch through the aurora sphere of a given plane, travel through dead space to wherever the hell you want to go, wherever your destination is, punch through that aurora and enter its bubble of existence. And your best guess with that knowledge is that this is more than likely one of those vessels. They are horrendously rare, and you have only read books that talk about how thousands of years ago the people saw one on accident. It is not something that is common because in the prime material, the arcane magic is so normal that planar travel usually happens with gates and magic and not a technological hybrid.
Yeah, I believe the turtle gave a name for it last time.
He referred to it as a spelljammer.
Okay.
I love Spelljammer. We are not playing a Spelljammer campaign, by the way. I just had to insert it a little bit.
Okay, fine.
Don't worry, though. It's coming. It's being written. Okay, so any other things happening here during this time?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask Gray if he has a sketchbook or something like that, so we can sketch this medallion. Because I'm not gonna separate. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna separate a holy symbol from an Azamar, even at death.
Are you going to remember the holy symbol of whoever that is?
Yeah, it's a crescent moon on the left. No, the right side. Yeah, a crescent
That's
moon on
a
the right
no.
side. It is. I did remember it. I remembered it perfectly.
He already got it wrong.
Crescent moon on the right side, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a quarter moon on the right side, surrounded or that is lying on top of a full moon, and then around that it is silver banding.
Understood.
You do not inspire confidence, dwarf.
Neither does your bard.
Hey, I am not too traversed in a lot of other gods, so there's a first time for everything.
Consider it a field test, I guess. Can I
Hell of
go
a field
and
test.
look over in this center area and just make sure we didn't miss anything through, like about the altar or anything like that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and head on over there and give me an investigation check.
Apparently, halflings have less patience than half orcs.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah,
Considering
you.
I'm all over the place.
So yeah, I won't really give you much more than it is definitely 100% some sort of altar set very particularly between these three statues. And there is a lot. There is more blood, fresh, old, and dried, on and or around this altar than there was a bleeding turtle, which tells you that he was not the first one to have bled onto this thing.
Okay.
Would I know of any what is it called? What's I'm trying to see here. What was this god's name again? I didn't get to write it
It's
down.
Fultus.
Fultus, got it. Would I know of any Fultus temples around our area?
Considering the only places you've ever been were Helmcar once as a child, Middleton and Bree, no.
Understood. I guess I'll have to just keep this in mind.
But you do know that Fultus, his alignment is the exact same as Moradine. It's lawful good. It is not. It's not a hidden god. It's not a quiet god. In the hierarchy of the pantheon of this world, he is at the top as a greater deity. So the odds of him having a temple somewhere, I mean, it's like, so Fultus and Palor are like brothers, not literally, but they might as fucking well be.
Okay, this is interesting.
I wanted to make sure you said on the ship, on like the end of the tail, there's a gold cup.
Yeah, so it is an actual, like, emblazoned, like, meaning that it is made of gold and then laid into the tail of this thing. It's like a golden cup. Or goblet or chalice, you're not sure, but it's very clearly something that you would drink out of.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Nope, you are 100% correct.
Okay. And I don't suppose Gray would have any idea where it's from. Or what it could mean.
So I'll tell you what, because you rolled a nat 20 on the history check, I'll also give you this. It is common that ships, regular sailing ships that would go across oceans, or even just boats, yachts, fishing ships, whatever, fishing vessels, whatever it happens to be, and airships, because it is also common knowledge in this world that airships are a thing. They do exist in some societies. That they will typically, somewhere on the exterior of the ship, scrawl, scratch, or emblazon the name of that ship into it. And you don't see any actual writing on this thing anywhere, but you do see this icon, and that could dictate what it is referred to.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'd like to look at the wood to see if it's actually like burning. I want to see if this is like magical wood or anything like that.
Okay, understood. Go ahead and give me, I don't know. Just give me an intelligence check. I mean, you're looking at the wood to see if it's burning. Yeah, give me an intelligence check. Yeah, the wood's on fire. It's burning.
Okay, so
Shit's on
this
fire.
isn't any kind of special wood, not like the ones to the south of here.
Well, it's definitely special wood if it's traveling through dark space, but it still burns.
Oh, okay.
What I will tell you is that the metal on the rudder does not appear to be getting to the point where it's molten and melting off of it, even with the flames licking up it.
Okay, are there any specks of the rudder anywhere? Like any pieces falling off? No?
It is flawless.
Okay. I'd like to take a piece of this wood, like just a little sliver of it,
Okay. Yep.
and wrap it up in a piece of cloth.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and wrap up a piece. You can call it just make a custom item and call it a piece of wood from the golden chalice. And you take as big or little of a piece as you want. You can determine the size.
Yeah,
But if I look at your
it'll be
character
small.
sheet and it says 0, then you have a sliver.
No worries. I'll just get like a tiny little chunk of it.
Sure, easy enough. It's literally it's fucking everywhere.
Over there,
Okay.
over there, and up there.
Send it to you.
Yeah, right. What?
I sent it to your Discord.
Okay. All right. So. Okay, guys, give me just 1 second here. I'm responding to messages.
Candace gets it. When you said that, Candace got an evil smile. Something's going on.
Poker's just the weird one grabbing pieces of wood.
I feel like we'd miss over that and look more towards Ari, who's currently bashing in a wooden chest.
Yeah.
Failing and bashing in a wooden chest.
Yeah, bashing in a wooden chest.
I'm creepily staring at blood layers, so you know, we're all a little unique here. Although I'm really hoping that this is that the bad rolls stop here.
Gnomish vampire, hint hint.
Blah, blah, blah.
Boy.
I wish I could get a piece of that rudder though.
That's what they all say.
Shut up. No.
No!
No,
Seriously,
Candace,
he
no,
definitely heard
Candace.
that.
So, go ahead and
Hook me up with that rudder.
roll. I just sent it to you, but go ahead and roll your attacks
Okay.
and with advantage.
So crossbow.
You can do it. You don't have to do it in the group if you don't want to.
No, I'll do it. Well,
Okay. I mean, otherwise,
I'll just do it here. We'll do it here. So. Okay. Advantage.
You know, I truly do think Strahd is the type to hide in bushes and go, I'm gonna mess with the adventurers.
it's a 3 and a 4.
Fucking A, man. Great. Perfect.
So as he looks back at you, you pull the trigger, and literally, you see his head retract into his shell, and the fucking bolt flies straight overhead. His head comes back out ever so slightly. Both of his eyes have gone completely black, and he's staring straight through you.
Completely black.
Black.
What the fuck does that mean? Okay.
You see the scythe start to spill smoke out of it. What do you
I'll
do?
run at him.
You're gonna run at him? We're gonna have to do a full combat encounter.
I'll
here.
run away from him.
Okay.
I'll run away. Yeah. Following my trail back.
Okay, guys. Sorry about that.
All good.
Okay, so it is about the time as you guys are kind of going through this stuff here that you hear audibly in the brush the sound of very quickly moving something quickly moving at you from the direction that Dot came. You all start to turn, and before you know it, she bursts through the vegetation, sprinting at top speed towards you.
There's something wrong with the turtle! There's something wrong with the turtle!
Pretty sure I could have told you that.
No, seriously, there's something wrong with the turtle. Black eyes, something's wrong with the turtle, and I think he's coming for us, and if he's not, we should probably go get him before he gets us. I think he's the cause of the purple stuff.
Why?
You think?
His eyes just went black, and he was staring through me, and he had smoke coming out of his scythe.
Does that sound like anything that, I guess, like a cleric of that deity would do? I asked what the back of his, like, the image on the back meant last session, and you
Yeah,
said
and
it was.
no, I said the only thing it could possibly be
Got it.
if you tie it to religion was that. I did not say it was that.
Okay.
However, to answer your question, go ahead and give me a religion check, and this will be for what she just described to you versus what potential spell effects could have been happening. 11. It was more than likely a dark vision spell. If what she's saying is true, it was more than likely, based on completely black eyes, a dark vision spell to see in darkness, into darkness. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
As clerics who cast that on somebody, or wizards who cast that on somebody, their eyes will literally go completely black so that it does not allow any light into the whites of their eyes to see into the dark. Okay.
Why would he? But all the purple dudes were beating on him. Why would he?
Maybe it was a trick, I don't know. Maybe they were beating on him because he turned him purple.
From what I saw,
Lucy, give me an insight check.
Okay.
This is because your passive insight is almost 20. Yeah, I know.
Dang.
I gotta keep a very close eye on it. This shit is fucking stupid. Did you roll a nat 1? Oh, you rolled a nat 20.
God.
Holy shit.
Doc is hiding something. She is 100% not telling you everything about what she just spit out at you.
We're
And
just
you
gonna turn
you
with,
are absolutely 100% sure of it.
We're just gonna turn with his black eyes and go, really?
Well, we already knew something was wrong with you. And actually, he's going to tell Nightbreeze about what you did.
Nightbreeze is not foolish enough. All I did was blind him. He's the one that went up to the goblin.
Yeah, but you assaulted him. He said it makes our whole
blinded
group
him.
look bad.
Just so you know, he said that the issue was that it was necromancy.
Yes, that's true. He said you casted necromancy on him, which they apparently do not take too kindly to.
Okay. That sounds like an issue for them.
I don't think we're going to be catching any more favors with this group, but I would like to figure out what's going on with this turtle.
While they're talking, I would like to kind of turn towards where they had come from and be just in kind of a ready to like crouch, arrows knocked, and ready for if hostile.
Okay.
So
Actually,
yeah,
sorry, real quick. Aurora, give me another perception check, since you're kind of like reaffirming your stance here.
Well, I mean, that's slightly better.
So, as far as like seeing or hearing anything moving from like the direction that Doc had just come, you don't notice anything. With that check, however, you do, from the path that I just pinged, the northwestern path leading away from this area,
Okay.
you very, very clearly smell the scent of rot and smoke.
In that case, I'm going to do the old half-work whistle to get their attention, to cut through their conversation a little bit, and gesture to the path.
What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you see?
Did little Timmy fall down the well, boy?
Fuck you!
I love that.
Rot, something else.
Oh, God damn, is there more zombies?
I don't fucking know. I'm over here. You're closer. And you're
a big statue in
stronger.
the way.
You should go and check it out. Put yourself in danger.
Oh, wait, but yeah, I'll do that real quick. Hey, I found this impenetrable box
Someone's just gonna
in the
break it,
wreckage.
man.
Doc, could you help me out with this?
Could we maybe do it later? And I don't know what's gonna happen here. He seemed angry.
This
Can we
box
also
is a
pause
pain,
and
is a
remark
pain
on
in
the
my
fact that we
existence.
just used a
So you
five
say you had
syllable word?
What?
What?
Can
I
we
was waiting.
also pause on the fact and reflect on the fact that Ray just used a 5-syllable word correctly?
Oh, she's hanging out with the wrong fucking crowd now.
Well, I heard you guys maybe say that at one point. In my life. I don't fucking know, it just came out.
So, are we sure that he isn't like a druid and a cleric? Because I know some clerics can look in the dark, use dark.
He seemed completely oblivious to the symbol on his back. I don't know if that was true or not, to be honest.
That's interesting.
And just so everybody is clear, because turtles are a common quote unquote, maybe a little bit lesser common, but a common adventuring race in the existence of the world. It would be very hard for a turtle to be able to get their neck up and all the way around to see the entirety of their shell when they are adults. So while yes, there is a situation potentially with this thing on its back, logically and common sense would dictate there's a very good chance this guy has no fucking clue. He may have never seen his back before.
I mean, I've never seen my back.
Yeah, but wouldn't you feel someone draw something on it?
Nothing was drawn on it, just so we're clear. It was moss that had
Oh, that's
grown
true,
in
yeah.
the shape of this thing.
That's true.
So you have a gut feeling about this, Doc?
Well, I don't know. If everybody's doubting me, I'll go double check myself, and she'll
No,
start
I
heading
don't
back
think
in.
we should
I'm gonna go
divvy out
with
alone.
I'm gonna go back in stealth.
Okay.
Gray's gonna turn toward Aurora, point it out, and see if he can see anything from that direction where it is.
Okay, give me
Obviously,
one
he'd move
second here.
closer.
So the halfling, you start to sprint in towards where Doc is.
No, I'm not letting her go alone.
Okay, why don't we do this? Doc, give me a stealth check as you move way fucking faster than Aurora.
Yeah, I've got
26.
tiny legs.
Okay, Aurora, give me a survival check to see if you can find where the hell she goes when she disappears into the brush. Oh wait, are you waiting for her, Doc, or no?
No.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check. Boy, you better roll fucking high.
I can't roll worth anything today.
So, by the time that Doc vanishes into the undergrowth, okay, you get to, like, the edge, and the grass, not even the ferns or the bushes, the grass is almost taller than you. You get about 20 feet in, you kind of, like, half climb up, small sapling and look around. This bitch is gone, and you cannot hear or see her for shit. If you'd like to continue to pursue, you're more than welcome.
Yep. We don't let our charges that we're trying to protect go so low.
Okay, understood. Doc, and guys, we're going to just pause right here so we get this little mini scene taken care of. Doc, you progress further in, following the same trail that you had taken the first time, which is still there, easy enough for you to find, and it only takes you about 5 minutes to get back. Cat, go ahead and give me another survival check.
So I am trying to move semi-quietly.
Okay, you can follow that up with a stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is with these rolls today? Of course, that's where I roll well. It's because the
Don't
ground
worry.
is
You know
cold
what?
I am.
Yeah, it's because you are literally, you are a fern now. Congratulations.
Detroit become Bush.
Yeah. Be one with the bush. All right, so, Doc, Kat, I'll come back to you.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
You arrive back at the location you just were. Sitting in the center of the encampment, which is pretty well cleaned up at this point. All the arrows have been removed. They are currently in a small pile that is half buried in the ground. The turtle that you had seen before is currently sitting in the middle of the circular area, scythe down on the right-hand side, shield actually leaning up a tree about 20 feet away. Both of his hands are palm down on the ground, and from the elbow down, you see this purple glowing energy stretching from the elbow to the fingertips like small glowing veins. His eyes are completely black, and he is looking straight up, very oblivious to existence around him.
Does it seem like I could slink up maybe behind him?
You sure could fucking try. You're at the edge of the woods right now, and you have not drawn attention. If you move into the circle, I will have to have you roll another stealth check.
All right. Is there anything I could try to hide behind or use to my
You are
advantage?
in.
It's just
You are
straight
literally.
clearing, right?
Well, yeah, the clearing. Yeah, the clearing is just completely open, but you are literally stealthed with a 26 in the fucking brush.
All right. I'm gonna take out my crossbow
Understood.
and I'm going to assassinate.
Understood. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with advantage.
Oh, that fucking 20.
Well, your assassinate automatically
I
crits
know, but I
anyways if it
actually
hits,
rolled
but
it.
that's pretty cool. So you critted on a crit. So go ahead, roll your hand crossbow damage plus your sneak attack times 2, please. So that is 30 points of damage. Plus, actually, hang on. Let me just make sure that it added your dex. Yeah, fuck you guys. Don't worry. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Okay, so that's a d6 plus 3. That was 2. That's 5. That is correct. And so, yeah. So it is 30 points of damage. So, you bring your hand crossbow up. And you lean in ever so slightly, getting the sight right at the back of where this guy's head would be, being able to lob it up just ever so slightly. You pull the trigger. The dude starts to... You see the head start to cock to the right, and as it does so, before the bolt has completely left the sanctity of the bowstring, you move it ever so slightly, giving it kind of a curve. It whips around the left side of his head and punches through the back of his skull and out the eye. His whole body slumps forward as one. The energy immediately fades from his hands, which disconnect from the ground, looking almost like these black tendril-like roots that come up and out of the ground. And he breathes once, heavy. You see him death rattle, and then he goes still.
Well, shit, did you want to try to kill him?
Oh, he did. Yeah, he only had 21 hit points, so he's a low level druid. Yep. All right, what do you do?
I want to look around and see if I'm being eaten by the forest first and foremost.
No.
Okay. Okay. So. do I see-
Yeah, I mean, by the way, I say that without a roll because you're not being attacked by the forest.
Right,
so.
right. I more mean like, is it closing in on me? Is it,
Well, it never opened up for you. You
Right.
only followed your own trail back.
Okay, perfect. So I don't see anybody else in the clearing, right?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
But you did see him send that bird away.
Right. So I wanna. He looked like he was pretty heavy, I think.
He's a fucking turtle. That shell alone weighs at least 250, 300 pounds.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. Okay.
Must be nice.
I want to go over where he had all the arrows.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull my bolt out of his head, if I can.
Sure, make a medicine check.
$11.
Yeah, as you begin to pull it out, the head of the arrow, or of the bolt, snaps off, but you do get the shaft out of it, and then the tip of the bolt just breaks and falls off in front of him.
Okay, so there's a hole.
Oh yeah, very clearly a hole.
Okay, so I'm gonna put one of the goblin arrows in the hole.
Okay, it's very awkward. It hangs loosely because the goblin arrow
It's
is
smaller,
way
okay.
thinner
So I
than
would
a
just leave it
crossbow
then.
bolt.
I won't leave it. I won't
Okay.
put it in then. I would try, and if it didn't fit, then I wouldn't.
Okay, give me 1 second though. Kat, I need you to go ahead and make another survival check for me, please.
You know, I'm supposed to be good at this.
This is unsupposed.
Okay, understood. Thank you. You don't know where the fuck you are, by the way.
I'm getting Sybil in the desert deja vu. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, actually. Me too.
I go by myself in a place I've never been and take nobody with me who knows the way.
That came
I
up
got
yesterday.
lost. Please help me.
That came up
Um,
yesterday.
Okay.
I was
So Doc,
fine.
yeah. So you try to shove the arrow in, and you're like, oh fuck. I mean, the bolt is so much thicker that as you let it go, it begins to just like tilt upwards, and it's awkward. Very clearly not the killing object.
Okay. I guess I'll just leave him. Gosh, I don't want to just leave him there. I wouldn't. I knew she followed me, right? Because she didn't. Did you holler after me, or did you just chase? Did I know she followed me?
I'm gonna say that you would have had enough intuition as you started to bolt in there to look behind you, and Kat made it pretty apparent that I'm coming with you whether you fucking like it or not. And yes, she was somebody was following you.
All right.
However, you've been hanging out in this clearing for a minute, and her ass hasn't shown up yet.
Right. That's why I was asking.
But you also know that
I'm
she's
like,
very,
oh.
very small. It's hard for the smaller people to move through this vegetation. So
All right. So I guess what I'll. Does it look like any vines or anything living is moving toward him at all? Would you
Nope.
say? Okay. You know where I'm
clearing
going
is
with that, I'm
completely.
sure.
Yep, the clearing is completely void of everything.
All right. I'm gonna go back in. And see if
Into what?
Into the where I came out of.
Okay.
I want to see if I can spot the halfling.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
So about 200 yards from where you're at, and about 80 yards to the left, way off fucking track, you see this little trail of vegetation splitting, kind of doing this forked thing, and then it stops, turns around, does a total U-turn, stops, turns right again, and you see it's just going in a square.
Oh, it's so cute. Aurora. I'll try to get her attention.
She's hundreds of yards away, so I mean, like, you're
be
gonna have to
moving-
really.
moving toward her.
Okay, so you begin to move towards her. Okay, so
And I want to drag my sword behind me again, just in case.
okay, make a survival check.
17.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's not an
That's
issue.
what dice rolls look like.
So, oh, is it?
Did you say turtle U-turn?
I did not say turtle U-turn. What the fuck? I said she did a U-turn. Okay, so you get to the point where, with your passive perception, Aurora, you hear Doc's voice call, Aurora, Aurora,
I'll stop.
and it is
I'll
not
let-
in the
I don't
direction
turn
you
towards
thought
it.
she was.
So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn towards it. I'm gonna stand on my tippy toes to try and see over the
Yeah, and you see this 7-foot beast of a woman standing about 30 yards away from you now, in the exact opposite direction you thought she was.
I was scouting.
He was doing the purple stuff.
That's a
Follow me.
lie, by the way. You don't even need the inside check. She's
I
trying
already
to
knew
cover it up.
You scouted the heck out of that little box. We need to go back to the rest of the group.
Lucy, that blue shell coming at you, man. I'm having nightmare flashbacks to fucking Mario Kart.
I'll grab Aurora's hand, honestly, and lead her back toward. I want to go back toward the clearing first to make sure the turtle's body is still there.
You're bringing Aurora with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you get to the edge of the clearing, and as you get there, the body is still there. Aurora, you see the slumped over, bloodied mess of a corpse of the guy you had just seen.
Is that you?
Yes. He was doing the
Nice
purple
shot.
stuff.
Oh, I mean, that's bad, but also nice shot.
All right, we have to go back to the party.
Are we just gonna leave? I mean, okay.
I can't carry
But-
that thing.
Well, can we, like, push it into the... Literally any of that?
I don't know if we're strong enough.
No one else is here. We don't have to tell
The
them.
7-foot
Tell
bean
them
pole and the halfling.
I mean, we can try to roll it, I guess. I don't want to lose sight of it, to be honest, but it's probably not a bad idea.
I won't tell anyone if we fail miserably if you won't.
All right, which one of you has the higher strength check? If you are both pushing, the one with the higher can make
Oh,
it
it's
with
gotta be her.
advantage.
It's
I'm
you.
a 12.
You're higher.
Oh my god.
I lost my half-orc strength. I was strong.
Strength
It
check.
was only, what, an 11 with your half-orc strength?
It's gonna look so cute watching her like
I'm gonna
do
try
the
to-
running thing while she tries to push it.
She's just pushing on my butt while I'm trying to push it.
Like
All right,
basically
make a
Maybe
strength-
like the ankle.
Make a strength check with advantage. I don't even want to give you advantage, because she's not really helping that much. Okay, whatever, I'll give it to you. After a few minutes, you manage to push this heavy fuck's body into the woods, away from where you guys have been traversing. Because I know you're smart enough to do that. I know you got good intelligence, at least one of you.
I'm wise enough to make that call.
And, yeah, there's this bloody-ass trail of gore and brain matter leading up into the woods, and then there's just a big fucking split in the vegetation where there is a turtle corpse.
Can we attempt to maybe find something to cover it with? Leaves
Wouldn't be
or...
the first time I've hit a trail of gore.
Do I see leaves or I mean, anything that I could...
You are in the woods, so...
I mean, like, I'm trying not to hurt the forest. Like, I don't want to rip something out of the
No,
ground.
it's spring. Nothing is falling right now. Things are budding, and this is a magically enchanted grove. You're not just gonna find a shitload of... I mean, so, like... The best way I can explain this grove is that depending on its season, it is like the manic depressant version of its respective season. In spring, it is in full fucking healthy, no joke bloom from the dirt right on up to the top of the tippy trees. So yeah, no, you don't find any just like dead random vegetation.
In that case, let's
And
take
to be
some of
clear,
the-
the forest does not cover it up. It is just
Okay.
lying there.
Okay, alright. That's actually...
Oh, well.
That's good, though. That's actually good.
Do we not want to disperse the trail then? Because I was going to take some of the dirt, some of the moss, just disperse it and
It's not
kind
hiding
of blend it in.
anything. He's still very, very much in plain sight.
So yeah, but we're being respectful by returning it back to the place where it can best be consumed by the grove. And I don't know how druids work.
I don't either. Let's go. Also,
You're
there's a
fine.
trail here that leads you right back. And I'll point out the trail to her.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll again. You do find there is a pretty deep short sword wound in the grove that you two managed to track all the way back up north. Now we're going to pause there. While these two psychopaths were doing whatever the fuck they were doing, what are the boys doing? Oh, I'm sorry, boy. Sorry. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Kevin. I
Oh.
apologize. You're playing a girl. I'm not used to men playing women, okay? You're enough of a boy. You're one of the boys. Shut up, Ree.
I would actually like
Tell the bro.
to look at this structure with my stone cutting ability.
What structure?
The thing I'm standing next to.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, much like the origin and kind of like purpose. Of
Okay,
it,
so stone cutting, I believe your stone cutting thing only works with dwarven stuff, though, doesn't it?
No, it's. I think it's.
It's
Hold
all
on, let me check.
Isn't it?
I think it's all stone. I'll read it word for word. Whenever you make an intelligence check related to an origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history check and add double your proficiency bonus to the check.
Okay, so you don't roll with advantage.
No, it's
You
double
make
proficiency.
which has already been added to. No, it has. Well, actually, hang on. Let me look at the coding really quick. Give me one sec.
So it would be
Weird. They
plus
didn't fucking
9.
code it. That's strange. Yeah. So yeah. So you add. So you're gonna add. So you add your proficiency bonus, but you've already added your proficiency bonus because you're proficient. And then you double your proficiency bonus. So
Yeah,
it is
so
going to
it'd be
be
plus
a
6.
it is a 6. Yep. So go ahead and roll. Just make a history check and add 3. Is what essentially what you're doing.
Understood. May I do that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Fuck
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if I was allowed
Yeah.
to yet.
No. You can definitely do it.
23.
Okay, 23. So the origin of the stone is unknown. This is inside of a druid's grove, which you have literally no knowledge of whatsoever. So you're not entirely sure. However, being that you did roll a 23, your best guess is it is of druidic origin.
Okay.
And I'll give you this as well. This structure as a whole, meaning the two diamond-shaped platforms, the altar, and the 3 statues, all appear to have been carved out of the same exact piece of stone.
Understood.
Meaning there's no separation between these specific items. They all connect at the base.
Interesting. So it looks like this whole structure is made of one stone. It's not intricately made into different things. So it might have been an obelisk that they made it out of here, or a large piece of stone, something like that.
Look, man, like, I understood like 3 of those words. I'm gonna go see what that stank is over here.
Stank.
Fucking stone nerd.
I love that.
I do too. That was good.
Okay, so, and I apologize. Lucy, you were also going over there, is that correct?
Yeah, I guess now that Ree's going, he'll look a safe distance away.
Okay. So why don't both of you go ahead and give me a perception check?
Okay.
You fucking stone nerd.
Don't mind me. I'm just nerding out over here.
Nerding on some stones.
Wow, man, have you ever seen rocks like this? Guys, is Beaufort licking that stone?
No, I'm licking the moss.
Oh, sorry. Oh, are you licking the moss?
No, that's a joke.
Oh, yes, lick druid moss. Do it.
Nothing can go wrong.
No.
Purple.
I'm gonna start seeing colors.
Okay, so between the two of you, as far as your perception is concerned, you don't see anything wild, as this path, although it does clearly lead with a well cut out path, it goes too far for your vision to tell exactly where it is. But you do very particularly smell the scent of rot and smoke, like soot, not smoke. It's like soot, heavy soot coming from this direction, from down this path, which you have not seen anywhere else.
I believe the turtle said the goblins dragged him from there.
I thought I dragged him from the camp.
I thought they put him with the others, and then
So Lucy, what is your intelligence?
it is 14. I
Okay,
believe.
so I'll give you this. He did say that they were dragged from their camp to this spot, and then they were dragged off to the northwest, and then they were brought back to this altar one by one.
Okay, so we're kind of both right. They were dragged here from the camp to here, and then dragged from here over that way to the goblin camp,
So yeah, that's
and
probably
then
what-
one by one brought back to sacrifice.
Okay, so yeah, the rest are probably up there, just probably chowing down on some druids.
Guess so.
Should probably wait for our other friends to come back, and then maybe go fuck up some more purple people eater.
Bree, stop making words up.
That's real. It's a real word.
Well, it's fucking canon now, and I will write the monster stat block. Thank you.
Okay.
Purple people eaters.
Y'all had jokes the whole campaign. BBEG.
The great purple people eater.
This is a giant. Does it have one eye?
Yeah, one eye, one horn. It flies. It's got a flying speed.
It's actually a narwhal. It's a flying narwhal.
Flying narwhal. Oh my god.
That's what exists in Dead Space. That's why it's so fucking terrifying. Oh my god. Okay, we've gotten out of hand here.
Natural spider climbing.
Yeah. All right. So, Beaufort, Ree, and Gray. Is there any last minute things you'd like to do while you are hanging out here?
Nope, just nerding out on stone.
It's gonna give that box one more whack.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Just wait.
No, I didn't know what this box is.
I don't think that. Oh god. You fucking, you like look over here like, all right, you know, maybe we'll wait on it. You just fucking whack, smack it one more time, and it just kind of dunk, just bounces.
God damn it! This box is made of fucking alien bullshit.
Rhea, I like how you can lift that ship over there, but you can't even beat a box.
That's what I'm saying. This thing's fucking impenetrable.
You know what impenetrable means? Oh my
No.
god.
Said it earlier.
And it's about that time that you guys hear like shuffling through tall grass and leaves, and coming from the underbrush, you see Doc and Aurora.
I dropped her hand before we got in the clearing.
Understood. How far
Perception
before? How far before? Let's see if you get lost. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
Let's see if you get lost. Oh, we're just walking in a circle.
Yep. All right, so those two enter. I'll be right back.
Okay. Everything's fine.
What about Turtle Man? Is he cool?
That shit evil. Dead now.
He's taken care of.
Oh,
Where's that box?
what?
The box.
Oh, this box, this devil box. That's absolutely fucking made of indestructible material. Yeah, sure. Yeah, hey, you want this? Fucking take it. She'll chuck it at you.
Hopefully I catch it.
Is Gray within line of sight?
Probably.
Yeah, you're looking at him.
Well, is he? I'm assuming Gray is away from people, right?
No, I mean,
he's
he's
right
not
next to
that far
Rhea,
from
or ish.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, that one's Gray? Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm dumb. Okay.
That's me right here.
I want to go over and speak quietly to Gray then, while
No
they're
shame.
having the box conversation.
Okay, give me
Yeah,
one
no,
moment.
no.
Let me resolve this box situation here.
Did
so
I
you
catch it, number
Yeah.
one?
sure you catch the box.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
I underhand.
I just thought it would be funny if she threw it and I missed it and it just broke open on the ground.
That would be funny.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I want to look it over.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. No, I'm sorry. You don't need to perceive anything on it. Give me an investigation check on the box, please.
That was almost a 1. 17.
Okay, so two things. First of all, the box does not appear to be trapped.
Okay.
The box is definitely locked. It is not with like a padlock. It is like some sort of internal mechanism with a keyhole. However, as you lift the box and look underneath it, there are two indentations about 3.5-ish inches in from the ends of the box that look like they would each fit a thumb. They're clearly buttons.
I will push the buttons.
The box clicks open.
There's
Oh
no way.
fucking shit! How'd you do that?
As you push in, you hear an audible click click, and the top of it just.
It's just my surgeon hands. Here, I'll just hand it back over. I won't even look in there because she's so pissed. Here you go, Reed.
Okay, she hands it down to you. Inside there is a rolled up, very tightly rolled up piece of parchment that has two red ribbons tied around either end.
Ah, fuck! It's a fucking
Wait.
scroll.
Here, let me see if my surgical hands can help with this too.
Hoping
Where
it
did
was
you
be
get
something
this
cool
from?
like fucking diamonds or fucking knives and shit. I don't know. I found it over there in the woods somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Imagine it was glass before you started breaking.
At first, it didn't make a sound. Then it got all jingly when I shook it. I don't know. Yeah, here. Why don't you take a look at it? I don't fucking books of
All
my
right.
own.
I'll untie it and open it and see if I can read what it says.
Okay. Yeah. So you open it up. It is definitely written in a language you have no fucking idea about whatsoever. But there is definitely a lot of words on there. At the bottom, there appears to be a big signature, but it is all written in a language you have no. I mean, you can't even make out the fucking characters.
Doc stops for a second.
Actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Give me a history check. Let's see if you can see at least what language it is.
16.
It is written in Celestial.
Oh, okay. So Doc stops for a second, thinks like she's clearly like thinking back on something, and then she turns toward Gray.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there.
Yep.
While this is all happening, Gray and Aurora, you're seen. So Aurora approaches Gray.
And he's just gonna kind of stand and look up at him and wait.
I'd like to think that he knows she's there, but he's ignoring her just because she's short now.
Yes.
And then seeing her right over her.
If it takes him more than 0.2 seconds, she's going to say very quietly and very seriously, just think about what height I'm at now before you ignore me.
Kneecap height. He'll look down.
Wonderful.
He'll pretend like it's like, where? Oh.
Oh. Gray, take an inspiration die. That's it. I expected that to go no way other than that at that moment.
I'd also like to, I guess I'd like to say sorry about the backwards description thing, but since the whole combat's been over, Gray's been in a better mood than when we were like in the camps and stuff.
Understood.
Or at the Druid Circle.
So she's going to kind of half keep an eye on the whole box situation, and she's going to speak quietly. What do you actually know about Doc? You were here for her, right?
I know as much as you do. I just know that she has some. I just know that she gets me paid.
How?
I don't know. A shadowy figure pops out, says, "I want you,
You
to
know
give
what's
this
funny?
to the
I have
Catwoman,"
intertwined
and then
all of you guys. All of your plots intertwine. At
You're
least two
delusional.
of you overlap with every individual plot.
no,
Everybody's.
Doc can confirm this.
And I did it because of this. Because I wanted to see inter-party conflict.
Okay.
Like, how do we do this?
You've never met her before. You don't know anything about her background. You don't know anything about why she can. And she kind of stops. You don't know anything about her.
I know that her last name is Timbers now.
Don't know what that means.
Also, I have a few assumptions. I don't know about you, but when someone pops out and can disappear as easily as the people who give the contracts, I'd say Thieves Guild, but I'm not completely sure.
Assassins?
Could be. Highly likely after the great performance she put up on you.
Tell me when.
And then the encore?
Okay.
You mean the dwarf?
No, the...
Oh, right, you were dead before that happened.
Oh, that's rude as fuck. I just love the little pokes and
What do you mean
prods.
by encore?
I mean the single bolt that she evidently put into, the frickin' turtle's head. Shot like that. There aren't very many that could do it with that accuracy.
At that news, Gray would smile even brighter than he already.
Oh.
You ever read these contracts?
Nope. I prefer the less I know, the better it is. After all, I'd hate to end up like the turtle.
And that's fair, but you could very easily be handing one over that says, to kill you. Just something to think about.
It's about that time that Doc calls over to Gray.
Gray, what does this say? I'll start walking over.
I don't know, what does it say? And he'll point down to Aurora.
How bad does Doc look?
The same as when she left.
She looks fine.
Can I
Like a little bit hurt, but not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to like actually medicine check her? You're more than welcome
Yeah.
to if you'd like to. Sure, yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check. She's got a couple scrapes on her, but I mean, she looks okay for the most part.
Okay. I'll just give a minute.
All right, so how did this go down then? Did you give him the scroll?
I would hold it up in front of him and ask him if he can read it.
It is written very clearly in Celestial. You understand every word of it, Gray.
And I guess he'd try and take it if she'll let him.
Yeah, I'm not keeping
Okay.
her.
Yeah, you take it. So do you read it aloud or do you read it to yourself?
I think he'd read it to himself first.
Okay, so here is what it is. It is a manifesto for this specific vessel. The very top is titled, under his holy ordinance, the Golden Chalice set sail for the city of light under the following command. Captain Hilmar Galahad, First Mate Rashid Tukor, Bosun...
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, sorry. I know I'm going crazy here.
Captain, who?
So
Hilmar?
it's Captain Hilmar Galahad,
Okay.
First Mate Rashid Tukor,
How do you spell Tukor?
Tukor,
O-R. Okay.
Bosun, which is Bosun.
Oh, is this still under first mate?
Nope. This is a title. It's a title of somebody on the ship. And the name is Milo Avondale.
Milo.
Medical officer is Korba Rithan, which is Rithan.
Rathan.
Yep. Medical officer Korba Rithan. Next is Master of Magic. And all it says is Zed. Z-E-D.
Okay.
Engineer William Sprokton. I'll spell Sprokton for you once you get to it.
Yes, please.
All right, so it is Sproketon.
Broken. Okay.
Cook Kargar Lionheart.
Awesome.
Watch leader Michael Leandrius. And the final set is Mercenary Crew. And the crew is labeled as follows: Dorian, Venarius.
Is Dorian Venarius one name, or is just
No,
just
these are
names
all
from here
these
on
are all
out?
just one names. There is no last name attached to them. So it's Dorian, comma, Venarius, comma, Bertha, comma, Berta, Berta, Alvin,
The chipmunks.
yep, Quintari,
Sorry, how do you spell Quintar?
Quintari, and the final name in the mercenary list is Iago.
Okay. Iago is I-A-G-O, right?
It's EIAGO.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
it has this list, this manifesto, this list of literally who is on this vessel. Gives you the title of the vessel, the Golden Chalice at the top. Refers to the City of Light.
Okay. So I guess the first thing Gray would do is he try and figure out what the hell the City of Light is before he, I guess, transfers what it is over to others, which I will.
Absolutely. So go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Oh boy. I'm not that bad at these. I take it back. 9.
You have no fucking idea.
Okay. In that case, he'll say.
Actually,
It's
you know
just-
what? No, hang on. I take that back. Make that check with advantage, because you, even though you're fallen, you are Azamar.
Okay. 14.
Okay, I'll take the 14. So there is a place on the plane of existence referred to as Mount Celestia, which is the birthplace of most archons, angels, and Azamar. That is referred to as the City of Light. It's like they're equivalent to a capital city on the Prime Material. And there are stories told about the City of Light, and when a good Azamar boy or a good Azamar girl meets their final end, they will ascend to the City of Light and live their days out as an Archon. And that is where you know that from. Mount Celestia, the plane of existence. There is a city known as the City of Light.
Awesome. Mount Celestia has one hell of a story, but yeah.
Oh, I know it.
I did a bit of research, small bit.
All right, so that's about all there is. There is a signature on the bottom, but it is not in a language that you understand.
Okay. In that case, he'll say that it's the ship's name, the Golden Chalice. And
Yes.
then the rest of it is just a list of no. He'll say this to the others,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and then he'll just start listing like Captain Hilmar Galahad and just the crew.
So there was more
And
than
that's all of it.
one. Are you saying this to everyone or just Doc?
Everyone. I guess everyone's around. That's okay.
Okay. So there was more than one person on that ship.
Must have been a pretty big ship. That's a lot of names.
That's a lot
Well,
of
it did
names.
split into smaller parts.
Do you think we should go check for more survivors?
That's
Because
probably not a bad idea.
the only way out of here I know is that way over there, and I'm going to port to the northwest. I think if maybe we can find someone that survived, we can learn about what happened here. And I think the sooner we go,
God damn it, can't speak with
the
dead,
better,
you
because I
motherfucker.
don't know what else is out there.
I should probably report this back to the druids,
We have
right?
a
I
few
mean,
things
We
that
don't have enough time.
we have
We
a few
need
things
to.
we need to report.
Time is an essence right now, and if they are dying or they're being hunted by anything that found this wreck right now, we need to move as soon as possible.
and to be fair, they did fall out of the sky out of a big ball of fire. I mean, I hate to be
They kinda deserve to
negative
die.
Nancy here, but
They're
they're
probably
probably all
already dead.
fucking dead.
Very
No,
likely.
Now that we
mean-
know kind of what we're looking for, can I just, while they're talking through it, can I go look and see if there are any tracks leading, besides our own parties, any tracks in the immediate area of the wreckage?
Yeah, absolutely. Go
I'm gonna-
ahead and...
Sorry,
Sorry,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
stick with Aurora as well.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check, Aurora.
Oh, come on. That was almost a lot better.
Hey,
There-
at least you're very consistent with your
That's
rolls.
true. You
Yeah,
are
that's
consistently a piece of shit. Congratulations. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Welcome to the club.
I'm just kidding. So you see shitloads of goblin tracks, hobgoblins. With an 11, you don't see anything that stands out humanoid-wise, but goblinoid, yeah, lots of tracks. Also some animal tracks. You see a couple of deer prints, little bunny prints, some chippies. That's chipmunks, by the way. We call them chippies, but
When
That's a good sign that there's animal prints now. And then I've got one more dice roll question. It's a thinky question. Would I be able to tell what I don't know a good way to to describe my question? Like Quintari sounds distinctly elven. Are there any of these others that sound like distinctly anything else?
give me... That is a good question. Give me...
I know it's a weird one.
Oh, man. Give me a history check. Let's see how much you know about names in other planes of existence.
Hopefully, hunter background gives me something there. I'm trying to tell the dice that. No, I'm consistent.
No. I mean, you know, a name is a name. You know, you could meet a full-blooded orc named Bob. You know, you could meet Boblin the Goblin if we were playing in a cheesy game. We don't do that though. So yeah, a name is a name. They might make more sense if you can find survivors and go, okay, this is kind of where those pieces of the puzzle go. But yeah, you have no fucking clue.
It was worth a shot. Maybe something will spark the dice into
You
cooperating with me.
right. Now, what I will say is that you have found one body, and that body is very clearly an Asmar, though you're not sure who the fuck this guy is.
as you're like looking at tracks and stuff, Doc would kneel down too, and kind of try to make it look like she's trying to help, but she doesn't know what she's doing in that regard. She obviously wanted to get down so she's not like talking down to you. And she'll say, right? And she'll say, or I do owe you an apology. You know, it's supposed to be a fresh start and everything, and one of the first things your new eyes see is death, and I'm sorry for that, but I couldn't let him keep doing what he was doing.
Oh, I'm pretty sure a fresh start doesn't mean that we're giving up everything that's familiar to us. A little impressed with the shot, though, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know how
would you-
sometimes you knock an arrow, and it's like the whole world just stops, like the wind isn't even blowing, and you're just in your element, and then when you let go, it hits your target true. It was nothing like that, but it was a really, really good shot. I got really lucky.
She like starts to like really like that, and then just like stop. And then she's gonna go real serious. Can I ask you a question?
Hmm.
You an assassin?
No.
Are you a part of one of the sneaky rogue guild things?
No.
So why do you keep getting contracts from them, or that are similar to them?
That's something I hope you find out someday.
Do you trust the bard?
No.
Okay, then we're on the same
Good
page
fucking
with just
answer.
about everything.
That point.
But if you could, I don't know how you know, but if it gets around, they might stop coming, and
No,
that-
we wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want to stop the mysterious shadowy figures.
we really don't. And she'll, like, this is the most sincere you've ever seen her look.
She's gonna look up at you, and she's not judging in any way, shape, or form. She's looking at you like she's recategorizing you, which is a little bit disconcerting considering how she recategorizes. But you know, they're having an understanding. And she'll just nod.
Some business just needs to stay our own until it's time to be everybody's. Please.
may want to watch the bard then. Also, that's not a track. That's where your knee was. It's sort of a track, but it's not really a track.
It is a track. It's clearly a tabaxi track. I'll stand up.
All right, Beaufort, what were you doing?
I was going to start trying to gather everyone up, and I'm going to say we need to move out now. I don't want to go and waste more time with the Archdruid, because that would waste at least 2 to 3 hours, and if anyone did crash and is still alive even just a little bit, they won't have that 3 hours if we stand here.
All right, let's move.
All right.
For the record, I'm pretty sure they're super fucking dead.
Yeah, she did tip the whole ship.
I fucking yeeted that asshole into the fucking woods.
As
the whole thing?
Did anyone try to go
fucking
in?
close to it, yeah. It's still there, but it's just like tipped the other direction and on fire.
They might
Did
have
anyone
escaped.
try and go in?
What?
Sorry.
Did anyone try to go in?
The
I
fiery
tried
ship.
to,
it's
but it
on
was super
fire.
on fire. Yeah, fuck that.
Okay. So you tried to see if you could get past the flames at all. Okay.
I was going to try to go over here and see if there's a way around.
Okay.
Be careful that way.
Yes, I think that's where all the other goblins live.
According to the turtle, yes.
Well, then maybe that's where everyone else or anyone that's still alive would be. So,
Okay. As you guys begin to move that direction, Gray, you hear a kind of a staticky sound in the back of your head. It kind of buzzes up and around your brain. Very, almost like this ringing that gets to a point where it's uncomfortable. Like you've just turned on an old black and white television and it goes... As it fades out, you hear somebody enter your psyche. Hello, Mr. Gray. It's not working. It's not working! Give me a second. It will work.
You did it earlier.
There was a
so
little
I'm sure
distortion
will.
to it.
Was there? Candace just told me it didn't work.
I didn't hear it.
There was
Really?
a bit of distortion.
It
but
was-
wasn't-
it was-
There was only
Slight.
supposed to be a very... Yeah, this is my telepathy distortion, so it's not
Gotcha,
supposed to be
okay,
Mr. Gray.
Okay.
There we go. Do you like it now? There we
Yes,
go.
that's
Little
fine.
distortion. Okay, here we go. Can I start my scene again? Thank you. And scene. Hello, Mr. Gray. I wanted to thank you for your efforts concerning our mutual friend. If you're interested in delivering another contract for us, seek out the statue that faces due east. Your payment awaits in the palms.
Can I send anything back?
You absolutely can. You have 25 words.
Okay. The statue. He'll say in his head the statue, and because there's currently 3 statues where I am currently.
Yep. And he said the statue that faces due east. And right now you are looking at your cardinal direction north. This would be north, east, west.
Yeah, but there's also like the same 4 statues in the grove as well. The dragon, and then east. Oh.
Yeah, guess it's gonna be a little bit of an adventure to figure it out, huh?
Yeah, I guess Gray will just go, oh, I almost forgot something, and then he'll go check the statue. Just to be safe.
So you guys see Gray just awkwardly say, "Oh, I forgot something," and then he like starts to walk quickly back towards the
What
statue.
could you possibly have forgotten here?
Can I make it look like I'm picking up my drumstick as I like check the thing?
Make a stealth check. Actually, hold on. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. I'm really terrible at these.
You're a fucking bard. How are you terrible at these?
Never mind.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. So like as he starts to like run back over this direction, he really nonchalantly like tosses one of his drumsticks, and then as he's reaching down, he picks it up, and as they're kind of looking like, what the fuck? give me a stealth check.
Okay.
You guys don't notice or see shit. Gray, however, in the palm of the hand, you see a small black velvet sack. And next to it is a scroll, very similar to the other ones you've received, that is tightly bound with ribbon, wax, and boy does it smell like it's been scented with wildflowers.
I guess he'll pocket it.
Okay, you have just earned yourself 80 gold.
Oh, hell.
You're welcome.
Yep, you have 80 gold, and you now have a note.
Then I'll just add a custom item.
Yeah, by the way, sometimes when I do these voices, they're only supposed to be very minor distortions, like a little bit of an echo, like, somebody's rattling around
That
your
was
brain.
really
So
cool.
you wigged me out, though, because I stopped my whole thing, and I
Well,
was
I
like,
heard-
well, fuck,
I heard
man.
Mr. Gray. I was like, it's not working. I'm not gonna let him go too far without it working.
More people are allowed to call him Mr. Gray. His name is technically Mr. Gray.
Well, now we know that there's
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. McWhispers. I apologize.
And nobody who you or anybody else in the party has ever spoken to. Okay.
Then I guess he'll walk back over.
Okay, yeah, so you guys see, he like runs over there. You see him kind of fumble for a second. He picks up his drumstick like really high as Lucy, you're snatching the sack and the note. And you're like, I got it. And then he runs back over to you guys like nothing happened. Okay, so
I was
you
shot
got
over there. So
I
went
saw you
across
messing
it.
with my stone. Don't mess with my stone. That's my stone.
Calm down, stone nerd.
fucking moss licker. And Beaufort becomes the bitch boy. No, I'm just Okay, so you guys head back over towards the path that is leading to the northwest. It, now that you have stepped into this area, very clearly smells like rot and old soot. What
Oh.
would you like to do? It is also a well-worn path, very clearly cut, like branches have been cut, the foliage has been cut and beaten down in this area, leading past where your vision would get to and curving hard to the northeast.
I feel like we should maybe try to be quiet going forward. Do you want me to go up ahead and see what's up there? Or do we all just want to just go right in?
Say fuck it.
Try to be sneaky, I guess.
All right.
I'll,
No more cooperating.
I'll stay back about maybe 20 feet, or well, maybe 30, because I'm not the best at sneaking.
I know. That's why. It's kind of why I was thinking if we have somebody go up ahead, we'll at least know what we're facing and we can kind of prepare.
I'll follow
Yeah.
you up about like 10 feet or so.
Okay.
I'm kind of sneaky, but
I'll
not
walk
sneaky
to the
as
back.
you.
All right,
The
so
between, I guess.
whoever is leading the group, give me stealth checks, please.
Oh, it was almost oh, okay. Oh, it was almost very high.
I'll be, like I said, 10 feet behind her. So yeah, I guess I'll stealth also.
I'm okay with where my rolls have been today. I'm not gonna complain.
No wait.
I don't think
Nah,
you
them
are
were
good
those are
people.
some good rolls.
Holy shit, you got a plus 9 to your stealth? Damn.
Yeah. Which is why I get so
Rolled a
pissed when I get
6.
less than a 20.
Yeah.
Welcome. It's my performance check.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You're a sneaky kitty cat.
But
Okay.
You can like hush up with your like fancy ass rolls tonight. My rolls are as low to the ground as I am.
And
Hey,
mine
I
are
rolled-
either
I rolled pretty bad early on. I rolled a terrible investigation check.
mine are either nat 20s or nat 1s.
It's 100 or nothing, baby. All right, so
Mr. 50-50.
yeah, right. So Doc and Ree, you begin to slink your way. You guys go about what is legitimately a good quarter mile up this very slightly curved path that is well worn, beaten down. You guys get to a point where ahead of you, about 500 feet or so, you see a large stone structure, like a building, built into the sanctity of these woods. from the mouth of this thing. Now, it's very well worn, it's very beaten down, it's got kind of a semi-domed roof that looks caved in one side from where you are, and then the trees have grown up and around it, and vines have attached themselves literally to it on the sides, almost holding it in place, holding it upright. You two, at that point, begin your stealth, and you begin to move forward. As you move forward, you realize that, yes, you have encountered a building. However, right at where the mouth of the building is, a heavy, spinning mess of like smoke and soot and very loose debris, meaning dirt, dust, small stones, is spinning actively inside. And unless you get to the actual like mouth and then interior, you can't see shit. Looking into it, you can see maybe 10 feet in front of your face.
Let's
So-
not go in there.
So wait, there's this spinning mass inside the building that's coming out through the roof, you said?
Yeah,
Or-
so give me just 1 second. I'm gonna drop something here. Give me 1 sec. I'll show you a little bit about what you see. There you go. There is a spinning mass of... Alright, you are not where I just dropped your characters. Give me a second. I just copy and pasted you from the last note, or the last map. So you guys are not here. But you guys, as you get up to like where the mouth of this thing is, we'll say that you're like right here and right here respectively, kind of looking in. You can see about 10 feet in before it becomes totally impossible to see past where you're at. And it is dust, debris, all sorts of crazy shit spinning outwards from, like, it is projecting from inside. It is very clearly something in here that is causing this.
Instinctively, I'm gonna pull my cowl up over my mouth and nose just so I'm not breathing all that shit in.
Okay.
I need
By the
to-
way, yes, the scent now, there is it is heavy, dark, dirty soot and rot coming from this building.
We need to let them know. Ah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a big fucking problem, I think. And actually, Rhea will probably just do the same thing that Doc did. Only she doesn't have like the cloak necessarily. It's just like kind of like rips off a piece of her like shirt and just kind of puts it over her mouth.
Okay,
Piece of,
understood.
like the rat hide.
I mean, she has
Oh,
the rat-
yeah, that's
She has
true.
the rat hide, but it's all like leather and really difficult to breathe through. Probably, but yeah, she'll just like rip. Nah.
Let's go back. I think this isn't all or nothing. Not 2x2.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This shit looks fucked up to me. Has anybody ever seen anything like this before in your life?
So yeah, you guys go back the couple hundred feet. I mean, and it is a very clear distinction when you guys come back around the curve. You look back just at where the mouth of this building was, and you're like, holy shit! It is literally like, boom. Here's the mouth of the entrance. Weird dust storm, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the interior, and then nothing outside of that. It is very particularly contained. You grab the rest of the group, you kind of point it out, like, look at this shit, and now you guys can all see it clear as day.
Yeah, we need to prepare for something really bad. This doesn't feel right.
Can I like? I can see the fog or dust storm, I guess, whatever it is. Can I like detect any magic or something from it?
Do you
Or,
have
like, see if it's magical?
Do you have detect magic?
No.
Okay, well then no, you can't.
Okay.
All right. I don't like how this looks. I think me and Bree should probably take the front.
the front of what? It's a
the
giant
group.
fucking dust smoke
He
thing.
means lead.
Of the
He
group,
means
Ree.
lead. He means you should lead.
Back to the druids.
Ree,
I'll take
into
the
the
lead back to the
dead.
druids. I don't know about this shit.
Alright, Ree, I'll take lead.
Seems like it's bigger than us, man. I don't know. Plus, there's probably fucking magical fire shit in there.
There might.
Ree,
It's
like I've
possible.
said,
Might be.
everything is not made of fire.
Ship was made of fire.
Well, the ship was on fire. It was made
Yeah.
of wood. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I'm very torn because I feel like Ree might be right. I think she's onto something, and this might be a bit bigger than us.
Everything we've done so far is bigger than us.
This seems real big, though.
I mean, this is like physically bigger than us.
Well, as someone who now has a unique perspective on that,
Yeah, see, she
sometimes you
knows.
gotta go forward anyway.
All right.
We might as well check it out.
Speaking of, I'm
I'll
staying
take
in the
the
back.
lead.
You can go forward first.
Okay, all right. I'll back you up. I'll back you up, Beaufort.
All right, so give me just one moment here. Not
I
yet.
swear to fucking God, if there's fire monsters
Uh-oh.
in here, I'm gonna stab you first, Beaufort.
For some reason, I've only got
Alright.
2 bolts left. From
Yes.
So
this,
I need
Yes,
everybody
Jimmy.
to roll initiative for me, please.
Oh.
Make sure you target yourself.
Oh, I have a decent, finally, a decent initiative score.
I rolled double digits, y'all.
I think I used all my
Nice.
good rolls.
I mean, you've been
already.
rolling double digits all night.
No, that's just because at a +5 minimum
Oh,
on
oh.
everything I've been rolling, and I barely made it to double digits. I rolled double digits from this one.
I forgot to click on my character beforehand. That's my bad.
No, nope. I got you, man. I got you.
And it's
Doc
only
was
session
too busy.
29.
Contemplating
All right.
whether or not
So sorry, Kat. Give me a sec. Lucy, where are you at, buddy? Give me 1 second.
I
Here.
rolled
got.
at 19.
All right, hold on. I got doubles of people on my fucking sheet though.
Uh,
So we've got Kevin. You rolled a 7. Okay, so it's the people at the top. Aurora, you rolled a 16. Oh, you rolled a 16 both times. Hang on. Scrap you there. Bofer rolled a 13. Oh, I don't have Bofer on my sheet anyways. Okay, that's cool. Doc rolled a 4, so the 14 is gone. Gray, you rolled a... I'm sorry, what was it, buddy? 19.
19.
Okay.
when you deleted me, I can no longer see myself on the turn order.
Oh, really? Give me 1 sec, because I can see you here. Okay, can you see yourself now?
I can see A16. It
Ah,
just doesn't
no,
look
you
like
know
me.
what it was. Hang on, I got it. Hang on. Got it. And it was a 16. There we go. Okay. I know. It's because you guys. I didn't have enough time to delete all the fucking tokens that were on there before, so bear with me. Doc, you're good. Ree, you're good. So let's delete the other Ree. Aurora's good. Bofer's good. No, actually, hang on. Gray, I think we're using the other Gray. We are using the other Gray. Okay, got the other Gray. Other Gray gets a 19. Bam.
Where?
Descending. Okay, let me flip on some combat music. As it is currently stalling, even though I thought I fixed it, but I think I figured out what it was, and that's because I'm using an absolutely massive fucking animation right now for the
Oh,
smoke
yeah.
storm. I try to make it, it a little bit more immersive for everybody, but here we
It
are.
is
It is
definitely
extremely-
doing that.
Go
Extremely
Gadget Goblin Combat. Alright. So, at the very top, give me one moment. I got a couple of things I need to do before we start things out. Now, literally nobody can see but more than about 10 to 15 feet in front of their face. It is horrific difficult to see things that are in front of us, in front of you. Wow, 217s. Holy shit, that's 221s technically.
True.
So, as you guys step up and begin to prepare yourself, Bofer, from this crazy-ass dust storm, you catch an arrow in the shoulder blade, taking 7 points of piercing damage. Doc, you catch the second arrow, taking 4 points of piercing damage. It just grazes your left cheek as it flies past you and into the woods. Gray, it is your turn.
I guess I can't see 10. I can't see past 15 feet, so I don't know what's going on.
But you can, but what you can do is you can see Doc and Bofer, and they were both just shot with arrows, flat out.
Okay. I guess he'd yell, "Get down! Enemy fire!" Enemy archers are firing at us. I'm not sure where. Can't see them. I guess he'd try and. I guess I take the dodge action. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, absolutely. Dodge action. Sure. Fuck yeah. Wow. It's very rare that people use the dodge action, but yes, if you take the dodge action, that is the dodge action. All right.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Because I can't see any. Actually, can I retcon that?
Sure. What would you like to do, bud?
I'd like to cast heroism on Doc, Ree, and Bofer. Actually, no. I can only cast it on one person.
I knew that.
So I'll cast it on Doc because she's right in front of me. I'll cast it on Ree, and it basically you are imbued with bravery until the spell ends. The creature is frightened, gains temporary spellcasting fire, so 3 at every start of your turn.
Yeah, so, Lucy, sorry, on my end, at least, there was a lot of cutting out there. So, what it says is, until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to Gray's spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. Now, that does not stack, by the way, it just refreshes. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points. And that is a concentration spell up to a minute. So, I'm sorry, who are you targeting? Ree. Perfect. And what do you do? How does it look? I know you got something special.
Not really this time. I think it's more this, like, I guess this, like, shadowy hand would kind of grasp, like, go through your back into, like, your heart, and I guess you'll feel like this, as the drum beats to your heart, it'll, like, pump you up and, like, get you going.
Love you too, baby.
Oh, I forgot she has a thing for him.
So wait, does that
it feels really good. Yeah, it does.
Does that 3 temp hits happen now or at the start of my turn?
Oh, that's a good question.
It happens now, and then it refreshes at the start of your turn. Yep.
Got it.
Okay, so go ahead and mark your spell slot down. So as that happens, yeah, there's this pulse of energy and the shadowy hand, and you feel like, man, Gray, God, what a good fucking guy.
Great guy, that Gray.
All right.
And I guess he'll just fall prone.
Fall prone as you're taking the dodge action, or I mean, you did not take the dodge
can't
action.
take the dodge
No.
action.
I'm sorry. Yep. Okay, so you fall prone. Understood. So.
Trying to not get shot. That's my turn.
All right. So. From inside the cave. Or the building, I should say. It's not technically a cave. There is, you hear this whining, this, and then quickly,
That's also concerning.
as these beams of purple energy rocket out from the interior. One striking, actually, I'm sorry. So one strikes Bofer, one misses Bofer completely. The third hits Doc. For the following damage. Bofer, you take 5 points of force damage. And Doc, you only take 1 point of force damage. Aurora.
There's not a whole lot I can do here. So I am going, because I can't see jack shit, and my movement speed is absolutely pathetic. But I am going to move to my left and see if I can figure out what's going on. So I'm going to go one further in, assuming that's not a wall there.
Oh no, that is a wall. You've already tried to walk
Okay.
into the wall. You cannot touch it. Yep, that
Okay.
is, yeah. So if you look at
Never
the
mind, I
outline,
followed the wall.
yep, you are still standing in the wall. Yeah, you might want to zoom in a little bit. You can see where the wall outline actually is.
Okay, my bad.
No, it's all good. It's all
Try
good.
that again. I was here, so then I'm going to just kind of hug the wall then. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. I can move through spaces without a problem. 20 and 25.
All right, let me reveal a little bit for you here.
Yep.
All right, so that is what you open up, and that is about what you can see.
Okay, and I can't tell where anything's coming from. So
Well, you can't. Yeah. You literally cannot see shit. So.
Yep. But I can tell that there's a weird ass plant that may provide some form of cover for me. So I'm going to go under this plant.
Okay,
And
understood.
just try and
Give me
figure out
a stealth check. I'll give it to you. I know it's not part of the action, but this is a dire fern. Well, I've been calling them dire ferns, but.
Oh nope. No, I just painted a neon light on me. It's a nat 1.
Oh no! Motherfucker, I'm over here!
I got lucky.
Oh, you do have lucky. You cannot roll. Wait, I see that you rolled a 10.
It showed a 1 on mine.
It showed a 1 on roll 20. I don't know why it's around D&D.
Weird. It shows on. Oh no! You know what? It already used your lucky for you. It was a reroll.
Yeah, it did.
It used your lucky for you from roll 20.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. It says nat 1 plus 4. It took that away and re-rolled it as a 6 plus 4 to equal the 10. Yep.
You know what? I will.
That's fucking cool. I actually didn't know that was a
I didn't-
feature,
I
so
didn't
that's
know it would do
really,
that.
really neat. Okay, so 10. All right, you were about as hidden as you could possibly be underneath a dire fern in a smoky cavern of what the fuck.
I'm just channeling my inner square that I found in the forest where I got utterly lost. And that's all I'm doing. I can't do jack shit.
Understood. Bofer.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and move up. Let's see right here. Do I see anything
All right,
else
yep, sorry, give me 1 second. It takes me a little bit to click on all
worries.
the things to do the reveals. There you go. I'll give you that too.
Okay. Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
If I use spiritual weapon, does it glow? Does it glow?
Nope.
Ish. No, it doesn't. Okay.
I mean, technically, I would say yes, it glows. Does it emanate light? No, it does not.
Understood.
Because the spell does not say it emanates light in a specific radius.
Makes sense.
That was actually a pretty good fucking question, though. I haven't been asked that one before. You guys are great. You guys always pose awesome questions for me. All right, Bofer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. I'm gonna use my bonus action dash. So right here.
Okay, perfect.
Or sorry, action to dash. My bad.
Okay, use your action to dash. Give me 1 second. So,
you cut out.
Yep. Nope. I am here. Sorry.
Got it.
Give me 1 second.
Perfect.
Give me hold on. Give me a sec. I'm not seeing them on my screen. All right, there you go. So you see 2 goblins, like the ones that you had seen before, glowing purple veins, finally move into your view, both of them holding scimitars and shields.
Reloading. I can see one.
Yeah, I only see one now. I saw 2 initially.
You know what's funny? I saw 0 on my second screen, but now I see both of them on my primary screen. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
No worries. Just
before now there's
I keep trying to, like... Well, there was 4 because I was deleting them because I couldn't see them on my secondary
Could
screen.
you ping where they are?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Alright, so one's right here. Okay.
Yep. Give me a sec. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull off. I hate that I spent the money on this fucking effect to just fuck up everything in the game. So I'm gonna delete it really quick.
It's cool as shit, for the record.
There
It's
you
very
go.
cool.
Yeah, I just dropped it too. Everybody might need a refresh real quick.
Yeah, I see the one right here.
It updated.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's say put down spiritual weapon.
Oh, that's weird. It's actually, you know what's funny? So sorry, I was just gonna say on one of my screens now, it's actually showing all of you guys. Do you guys still see the mist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. On my primary screen, which is like my actual GM account, I don't see any of it. It's all hidden. So I must have accidentally dropped 2 of those fucking things. How stupid. This fucking program, I love it, but man, do I hate it sometimes. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back to normality here as best as I can. As long as you guys see it, I don't give a fuck what I see. Okay. Beaufort, what are you doing, bud?
Weapon right here in front of me.
So you use your action to dash. Is spiritual weapon a bonus action to cast?
It is indeed.
What would you like?
Do the list again, please.
Alright, give me 1 sec. So I have swords, axes.
I'll take a sword.
Okay, what kind of sword would you like? What color sword would you like? Blue, green, or
green.
red? Green? Perfect. I only got 1 green sword, so here you go. It's a cutlass.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and attack.
Whoa, that's way too big. Hold on.
Hell yeah. Warding smite you.
I have to go do that thing, but I'm
Go
gonna
do it.
ahead and roll for it. 23.
Gotcha. Understood. Roll damage for me real quick.
11.
Perfect. Got it.
Be right back.
Boop. So I got you, Boo Boo. I'll tell you when you come back. Okay, so yeah, as Boo Boo as Beaufort conjures this this weapon of spiritual energy, it springs into existence and it swings around almost like a tornado, kind of like what you guys are seeing right now, and it hits this goblin in the top of the head and continues to fan blade around, and as it does so, it cuts its skull into what appears to be a fucking potato twirly from a county fair or a state fair, and it flops onto the ground, screaming and grabbing at itself. Alright, Ree, go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know, but I'm seeing 2 goblins right here and right here.
Yeah, I see those 2.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so it shows 1 here, 1 here.
I know there was one.
And
Everybody refresh your browser.
That's what I
Everybody
just
refresh
did,
your
and
browser.
I just didn't.
That's
yeah.
so weird. I do not have goblins anywhere near there. What the fuck?
And the one that was up here isn't showing.
No, I mean, there is no goblins on my screen, on my DM master screen. There's 1 goblin right where I just moved the 1. Oh, look, no, Candace's screen just changed it to 1 again.
Just because you moved it on top
Moved
of
it
it.
over.
Yeah, there's two on top of each other.
They're doubled up, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Super weird. Guys, I'm telling you, I don't have 2 goblins, and I also have another screen that does not have 2 goblins.
which
All right,
is
so
true.
but there is a goblin here then. Or,
Yes. Yep.
Well, I mean, I know Ree can't see that, but still. But she can hear the shouts and the
Yes, you can hear
slapping.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so she will she'll run up to at least where she saw Beaufort go.
I'm gonna actually turn all this music off too to see if this maybe help. I don't know what the fuck this program is good sometimes, but man, I can't do as much as I want to with it as I can with Arkenforge. So, all right.
She'll just come up right. That's about 20. That's about 25 feet. See Beaufort. Would she be able to see this?
Yeah, yep.
There?
He's within 15 feet. So yeah, as you bolt up there, you see clear as day. Actually, you can even see the spiritual weapon spinning and just slicing and dicing this bitch into pieces. And then you look down near Beaufort. The goblin's already in a rear arc, getting ready to swing. And yeah.
Okay, I'll try to intercept that swing.
Okay.
And come up to this goblin's face. Surprise cockbag! And try to hit him
All
in the
right.
face. Oh shit. Yeah, I'll rage.
Okay.
And she will smack him in the face with her Morning Star. Oh wait, actually I got to do this thing. Oh, where'd you go?
I hate that it's not showing who is who and what's what.
The rage thing for beyond 20. Okay. And then whack. That's not gonna hit.
Yeah, so as you swing down, the shield comes up and you boosh, bounce off of it.
She'll kind of like follow up, kind of do a cool little Jedi spin, and then try to hit it again. Slightly better.
Oh, way fucking better. Yeah, you absolutely hit. And as you did, see, now it's so weird. It's so strange.
Okay, now the second one was gone. Yeah.
Weird. So my second account was actually controlling that fucking goblin, but I don't see the other one you guys said you were seeing on my screen.
It's gone now.
Super fucking weird, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I gotta figure some shit out. Anyways.
I love that sword.
Oh no, you know what it is? I just realized what it is. I have each one of these things that I create, I always have that myself, meaning my main account or my secondary account, which is showing the stream, that they can control it. So I think it's creating duplicates, and you guys, being the players, are seeing the duplicates.
Got it.
I need to keep that in mind. I can't give the I can't give permissions to the shitbag. Anyways, Ree, as you do your cool little Jedi spin, you swing around, knock the fucking scimitar straight out of the hand of the goblin, kind of bounces off of his shield as he feigns and attempts to block horribly, and you bring that Morning Star down, and all you feel, it's like you just successfully opened the ebony box. And the ebony box is the head of this little bitch goblin.
So much more satisfying than a stupid scroll.
You push the button.
Memes.
It's so great.
Teamwork, Ree. Teamwork.
All right. Anything else, Ree?
No, that's it.
All right. So you guys see an arrow project from somewhere this direction over your heads, get caught by the wind, and then blow into the dire fern. All right. A second arrow, however, this time it comes from this direction, projects towards you, almost going for the spiritual weapon, and then gets caught in the wind and blown towards the ceiling of the structure that you are currently in. Beaufort, from the darkness and from the realm of this swirling vortex comes a goblin screaming full force at you. I rolled a nat 1.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1, and as that happens, Beaufort throws his shield up, and there is an audible "kung" as a scimitar slices down on it. Doc.
Okay. excuse me. I want to. Well, I don't think there's any point in hiding at this point. I'm gonna just run up to this guy and attack him with my short sword. At 20.
Oh boy, man, I can't fucking win with you guys, can I?
I rolled a bunch of nasty low numbers.
Yeah, and you nat 20 to dude in the back of the fucking head. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Tell me about how bad you did.
I missed the first time.
All right, yeah, he's fucking dead. Tell me what you do to him.
So she'll, Doc will run up and, I mean, it almost seems clumsy. She'll, run up to try to help Beaufort without really knowing what she's helping with, and then just sort of stab him, almost on accident.
Yeah, and as you get to the point where you're
accidentally stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
Yeah, literally. Like, as you get to him, you realize, oh, fuck, there's a guy here. Quick. Cut the shit out of him. Oreo cookie cake. Fuck you, boo-boo. Fuck. I see you chewing. Yeah, you fucking enjoy that Oreo cookie cake, you bitch. Oh, God, dude, that sounds so good.
I had some today.
Are you kidding me right now? Both of you, and you're in countries that are like, you know what? We're done. Okay, game over. Good campaign, you guys. No, I'm just
It
fucking.
even had an Oreo on top.
Shut your whore mouth. All right, that brings us to Gray. Gray, you are actively concentrating on heroism.
Oh.
You want Ree to be your hero.
I need a hero.
More like I want
Oh,
to be my
yes,
midget,
Cat.
but yeah.
Yes, yes, Cat, we can. Yes,
Yes, canon,
100%.
canon
Yes,
both.
we can. Yup. Yup.
I guess I'll Grail stand up, because I fell down. So
Yeah, and all these crazy assholes just charged into the thick of the of this combat.
I mean, that means there'll be people focusing on them. And he'll go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I guess he can get up to here. And I guess he'll try and, like, there's not much he can do. So I guess he'll just try and, like, see if he can find a way to look through the smoke or something. He'll try and look through the smoke.
Okay, give me for your action, give me a perception check.
Okay, I'm okay with that. 6. I rolled in that one.
As you start to peer in, you intentionally open your eyes as wide as they can, and pebbles catch you in the fucking cornea, and you kind of like, ah! God, no! And you're kind of like temporarily blinded. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Oh, that's stupid. I named that creature very dumbly. Alright.
It's a really good chat.
Okay. I guess I'm going to Texas. You are not going to Texas. Oh, seafood enchiladas, you motherfucker.
Right?
You settle your ass down, sir.
They were cat friendly.
There's seafood enchiladas and Oreo cake. I'm going to Texas.
Oh fuck it. I guess we're taking a fucking road trip, aren't we now? All right, everybody, get in Cat's van. Here we go.
Have fun.
Wait. We got to go to the Northeast first. We got to grab Kev.
Yeah, scoot by here real quick. Pick me up.
Scoop by.
All right, so I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw now.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Oh, I'm dead.
21.
Oh, nope. Fuck me.
Oh wait.
19.
I can't roll well. I've got a +7 on this, and I ended with a 12.
I got a natty 1.
But
So
this
you
is
can
why we
break
don't
Not a good
stand
fucking
next
place
the
to be.
door.
Yeah, that was revenge for the Oreo.
So I do have danger sense here. So
Yep, you will make that then with advantage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll again.
Good, because that was awful. Let's do better.
Come on, not 20, Reed. Let's go.
Slightly better.
Close enough. I hope.
Oh wait, I guess this would be against effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. Well,
So
I've already
so here's what I'll say. I know where you're
either way.
So you did actually, you know what? Hang on. This is not a particularly tough creature to dodge against. Nope. Yeah, you failed either way. Never mind. What I would say though, in this situation, because you can see 15 feet ahead of you, what you guys see is this little tiny mote of red energy project in your general direction, and right about here in the middle of Beaufort and Gray, it detonates into a massive ball of fire. You're welcome, Lucy.
Almost as if it was a fireball.
Almost as if it
Magical
was a
fire.
fireball. So, I would. So, Beaufort, Aurora, you take 38 points of fire damage. Doc and Gray, you take 19 points of fire damage. And, hang on, Doc, do you have evasion, though?
Oh yeah, I can do uncanny dodge.
No, that's not
'cause
what
have
I
to be
asked.
OC. No,
That's
I don't
not
think
what I
have
asked.
evasion. Hold on.
Because if you have evasion, I believe you take no damage from successful saves.
Which you should.
She's only, remember, you guys are only 5th level.
Yeah, I don't have evasion.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right.
You said 19.
So if
half?
you succeed, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of the damage here. So 38 divided by 2 is 19.
19.
Yep. So 19 if you succeeded. If you have resistance against fire, it's also halved again, but I don't think anybody here does. And if you took full damage, you take 38 points of fire damage.
So I am raging. So I think do I take half of this?
Oh, you know what? You're a fucking bear totem barbarian, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's only
Yes,
psychic
so
damage. I don't
that's
take,
right. So you do take half damage. So even though you failed, you only take the 19.
which is
You also
particularly freaking out right now,
have the 3 temporary hit points, and you're
though. Not anymore.
frightened.
So Beaufort, make sure that you just update your
I need to
models.
make a Constitution save for my spell, don't I? On Re.
Yes, but give me a moment. I just want to make sure everybody make sure you update your hit points on your model, and then yes, great. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please. And the DC is going to be very fucking high.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
Nope. No. So your concentration fails as the fireball detonates. And the temporary hit points are gone. The good thing was they were temporary. They were never meant to last forever. That is that. All right. That is the end of the Warlock's turn, which obviously you guys can see the name of the fucking
Spoiler
creature on
alert.
my screen. So, well, I mean, I just
Actually,
fucked
I
it up.
can't
But...
see it. On
Oh, you couldn't see it? Oh, in the turn
yours,
order?
On Twitch,
On-
we can,
on
we
Twitch
can't
I
see
can.
it on our turn.
Oh, okay. Aurora.
Well, I am.
Son of a bitch. I didn't realize this whole time it did not show you guys that information. And I'm really pissed that I just gave that up. But that's why it dealt 38 points of damage, because it was a, one-hitter quitter. Aurora.
I'm exploring the full breadth of halfling curses as I move further away from the party. I'm gonna hide behind
Alright.
whatever this thing is.
Alright, give me one sec. That is a massive pillar holding the roof of this place together. Fucking
Cool. I'm gonna
barely.
look around it and see if I can see anything. That's
Yep, give me
gonna move
one
to get
sec.
there. Patting some of the smoke rising off the clothing, patting those out as I go. I can't see
Alright.
Doc was down, or couldn't see Doc was down anyway, so.
Alright, so that's about what you uncover with where you're at.
Okay. And then I'm going to. Oh look, there's another fern that I can hide in. It's to actually stealth. Is that half speed then?
I'm sorry, what was that?
To actually try and hide. Is that, can I move and stealth at all?
It's your action to stealth.
Yes,
Yeah, to try to
yes,
visibly
right.
or to actively hide. So yeah, go ahead and roll
let me
stealth
see if
check
I
for
can go
me.
into
Just
this fern.
Yep. Yeah, as long as you have movement left.
I don't know why I'm bothering to roll anymore tonight.
I'm sorry, do you have movement left with where you had moved?
No. So
Okay,
I'm just
so
hidden
then,
behind the pillar.
gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I mean, you feel as hidden as you can feel in the situation that you're in.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
All right, Bofer.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my movement to walk over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and shoot.
Hang on a second. I'll give you a little bit more. 5, 10, 15. There's your 1 square.
Would it be an action to put a potion bottle in someone's mouth?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and at 3rd level use Cure Wounds on
Oh
myself.
shit! Hey, we got some of that big Moradine slapping going on. Okay.
Do it on myself first, so
Oh, I'm gonna do it on myself. Let this bitch bleed out, but I'm good.
healer goes down, everyone's dead.
You are not wrong about that. I heard that many times playing WoW. So you guys, anybody within the vicinity, you see Bofer, he reaches out that golden palm, and as he slaps himself in the chest, you see this molten energy, this red and gold molten energy spill out of the gauntlet and into his body, and some of it drips on the ground, and you heal 18 points of damage to yourself, bringing you to a wild 21. Anything else, Bofer? That was your action.
Bonus action will be, let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and use it to move my my sword.
Okay.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move it right around here.
Okay, you move it to there. Yeah, you see the sword. Now, your sword can only see what you see, so unfortunately it doesn't see anything. But you do move it there.
Got it. All in my turn right here.
All right, Ree.
Okay, so I have 2 questions. One,
Okay.
the fireball happened right there, yeah?
That is correct, yes.
Would I have in any way seen where it came from?
You know what? Because of your history specifically, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Very good question. Oh, fuck yeah. It
There's the
emanated.
nat 20,
This
let's go.
right here, this square is exactly where it fucking came from.
Okay.
Right here.
Now I'm going to roll myself a wisdom save here.
Come on, baby. No nat 1, now nat 1.
Okay. So, here's what my this is a big deal to her, obviously,
murder
like
this bitch.
particularly this. So, I'm going to let you decide if that's high enough, if she runs the opposite direction of where it came from or tries to stop the thing that it happened.
So here's my thought. Because she didn't run from the fireball falling from the sky, as the DM, I would say the DC would
Totally
be 10.
buried her head in the ground, though.
Exactly, right. But she lived through it. Then she lifted a burning ship off of the ground and fucking yeeted it into the woods. She freaked the fuck out because obviously it was a massive ball of fire that exploded, including dropping some of her friends. But she knows exactly where it is and she knows how to destroy it. My opinion would be DC 10 would be run or go get it. But I would defer that to you as the player if you think it should be upped a little bit. Maybe even thinking like around like 12. Like it's a moral issue. Do I save my friends from the same fate that I know what this fireball can do, or do I say fuck these guys, I'm out of here?
Okay, yeah. I mean, based on that, yeah, she'll go towards the origin then.
Fuck yeah. So, standing in the clearing, you see this goblin. that is very clearly a goblin, but is not a goblin in the normal sense. It is a goblin dressed in these black, tattery robes with these long bands of cloth drawn across its torso in an X, each of them tied off at the waist, kind of like a belt, but all of them absolutely dripping in some sort of blood. You see that in its left hand, it is carrying a spear that looks like this. It appears to be, to you, a normal spear for all intents and purposes, as far as you can tell, except that there is some sort of stinger from a creature much larger than you that makes up the head of the spear, and around it are spikes from another creature slowly drifting, magically almost, around it, as it rears back, seeing you come into its range. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so immediately after the fireball goes off, you hear Ree just like scream. Everybody hears her just scream, like howl, terror, like just fear, anger, rage. All just it's not very humbling for her. And she just runs off in this direction, and she sees something in her path, and she whacks at it
All right.
with her morning star twice, hopefully. Oh, that's a nat one.
Ooh, not
She's
good.
Wild-eyed, terrified, and probably just, yeah.
Yeah, and the fear really it overwhelms her with at least the first swing, and as you swing, you literally hit the ground, and you hear this goblin cackling and going, "Get up, bitch! It's not over yet."
For you it is, motherfucker!
One more time.
That's much
Huh?
better.
Hell yeah, you hit, absolutely. This thing is only wearing literally cloth and nothing else. It puts up the spear in vain, and your morning star, BAM! Smacks the absolute shit out of it.
Alright, that'll do it for me.
Alright, you draw blood, and it does bleed its own blood. Not willingly, but it bleeds its own
Nobody
blood.
makes me bleed my own blood.
Alright, so, there is a, make a roll here real quick. Can put my d6s away because that was atrocious. So, an arrow flies out from somewhere this direction and sails over Ree's head and into darkness. Bofer, an arrow somewhere from in this direction right here flies from the darkness. As you are finishing your incantation, your shield instinctively comes up and kunk, an arrow finds its place in the shield. Doc, give me a death saving throw, please. An 8. That is one failure. All right, sorry. You do have that marked on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, it is already 10 o'clock. I know that we are in the midst of this fight, but I know I try to keep this stuff kind of on point here. We only have a few combatants on the field. Do we want to continue to progress this, or would we like to stop for tonight and call it and pick up exactly where we left off for next week?
I'll leave it to the people who, particularly, Lucy, who was like much
Oh, yeah,
earlier in the morning.
The fucking Nigerian. Okay.
I'll let Cat and Lucy pick.
That too.
No, I stay up till however that I really want. I just waiting, so I'm staying at so.
God, Lucy, you're so young.
Yesterday, let there be murder.
Okay,
Alright, let's go.
fuck it. Back to the top, you guys. Gray, what are you doing, buddy?
Okay. So I think Gray is stumbling, like he's seeing literally his own scorched like flesh on his arms. He has 3 HP. and I think something in him would just switch,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
he's going to instead just move forward. Instead of running like he normally would, he's just gonna go 5, 10, 50, 20. He'll get like up to here where you can see Ree and this guy.
All right, and you
Now
see,
that guy as well.
yeah, and you see behind the pillar there is another goblin grabbing an arrow out of its quiver and knocking it.
Okay, then I think then he'll slam on his drum
Okay.
quite a few times, and this time I think in this like weird kind of this weird echo-ish kind of voice, he'll kind of say, hold on, let me just give me a second to think. I know what I want to say, I just don't know how to phrase it right. I guess he'll say, "Strike well, strike true. Allow me, in this darkness, I'll light the path for you. You've hurt me badly. Now I'll make sure that you are the target for all to see." And he'll cast Fairy Fire in a 20-foot cone from...
I
don't need
think
to see
I
it.
don't think it's a cone for fairy fire. I
20-foot
believe
cube,
it's
my
yeah,
bad.
cube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
no
cube, my
problem.
bad.
No, that's fine. That you are totally good. So fairy fire.
So I don't need to see where it
Um,
is, but basically he's gonna try and catch, like, put it like
Believe it or not, I have a fairy fire cube. So where do you
he's
want
gonna
it?
put it like here somewhere, so it hits both this guy, and that guy.
So there's your 20-foot. That is a 20-foot
it's 20
cube.
foot?
It cannot
Oh,
hit
okay.
those two in the same spot. They are 25 feet apart.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess my
Actually,
ruler's just a bit wrong.
so yeah, the rulers in this game unfortunately are a little bit fucked up. Lucy, I have actually given you permissions. You can move that. You can move that wherever you want.
I think he'll just target the fireball man, and then I have like 10 feet left. He'll, I guess, move over to Ree.
Should it be a 5x4?
What?
Should this be a 5x4?
Nope, it's 20. It's
Oh,
20 foot on
Markov
all
is still
sides.
slow.
20-foot cube is 20 feet on each side. 20 foot by 20 foot, 20 foot high. Yep. Alright, give me a second. I'm actually looking up the rules of Fairy Fire because I don't remember what it does off the top
I
of my
think he
head.
needs to make a dex save.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
dex 14. Yeah.
Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, well I rolled a 19, so...
Damn it.
So you guys see this. As he begins to slap on the drum and call out this incantation, you see this burst of smoke above this thing. And as the smoke dissipates, this green light begins to rain down on this goblin, which it shakes off. It brushes off of itself before it actually takes magical effect.
Okay, so what is it? Is it an action to drink a potion for yourself?
It is. No. Well, it depends on where it's at. It is your environmental action to remove it from your person. It is a bonus action to drink it for yourself. So you have not done
I do
either
have
of
a
those
potion
things
on
yet.
me.
Yes. Then if you would like to use your potion, go ahead and make sure you mark it off your character sheet, and then go ahead and roll it.
Potion of healing 2d4.
Yep. 2d4 plus 2.
I
Nope,
rolled
it's 2d4
amazing.
plus 2. Oh wow, you rolled really fucking good. Holy shit. Wow, are you
I rolled 2
cheating
fours.
or?
I wish no.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, so the creature that is standing before you right now, as it begins its active turn, and make sure that you just change your model's HP. It
Yeah.
throws its palm out and it begins to mutter this incantation, almost in this psychotic reverse demonic voice that just makes no sense to anyone. And as it does so, it slaps its hands together, and you see these projections of light begin to spin around it, and then project forth. As they project forth, they strike Ree. for 26 points of force damage. Reduced, because you are raging and it's not psychic, to 13 as 7 magic missiles strike you. It is like a machine gun, one after another. Yeah, warlocks
This is
are
coming from the
crazy.
goblin in front of me.
Yes, literally, palm open, just not even flinching, just ga 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 ga. As it finishes,
Making eye contact the entire time, like,
and it's trying to beat you back, and as you resist each one, you feel the tufts of fur and the little rat tail that's now grown from your spine kind of like itching for a fight. It looks at you with a very obvious look of surprise, like, oh, this is no average bitch. This is no good.
You done fucked up, motherfucker!
Aurora.
And then little old me is going to step around the pillar here, look at him, and as she makes this warlock her prey, say, no one gets to kill them but me, and then loose 2 arrows into it.
All right.
It's a concerning thing to say.
You know. I gotta... anything to see if I can get the rolls back. Arrow number 1. I mean, that's better.
Yeah, as it's blasting Ree with these missiles, you fire 1 arrow and it strikes true, hard. For 7 points of damage.
Yep, second one. That was almost an 18.
So the 14 would normally hit. As you fire the second arrow, the left palm is open and blasting these magic missiles. The right palm shoots out and it looks over to you, and you hear this voice in your head. You will not touch me today, bitch. As a force field, a half-circle force field spins around it, catching the arrow in its place. It holds the force field in place and finishes its incantation.
Yep. Then
Hopefully you guys heard that.
I'm going to look at it. I'm going to say, it's Aurora. And then I'm going to very hastily step back behind the thing, use my environmental, and dock a potion.
No, you need a bonus action to down your potion.
Oh, bonus. Sorry, environmental to grab. I haven't used my bonus yet because
Okay.
I've checked. So.
Yep. So go ahead and, yep, you can drink your potion. Just make sure you mark it off your sheet. And then Bofer.
Okay, so for my action, I'm going to plop the, let's see, my potion of healing in Doc's mouth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. And make sure you guys are marking the potions off your sheets.
Understood. That's 5.
All right. 5 points of healing to Doc. As Doc, your eyes flicker open as you were starting to drift into the arms of Garl. You see Bofer in front of you in the fucking sandstorm. Yay!
So
No, I'm just kidding.
bonus action healing word.
Okay. On who?
Doc.
Okay. At what level?
Second.
Perfect. Go ahead and make sure you mark off a second level spell slot and roll for me.
Understood. 11. And final attack is going to be a spiritual weapon on the sorcerer or warlock. Oh, he's not there. Never mind.
He can still hear you.
Okay. So that's 16 points of healing, Doc.
Thank you.
He does not get that attack because he needs a bonus action for it.
Yeah, he used this one.
Okay, I am sorry about that. Okay, so Beaufort, you do not command the spiritual weapon because it states, and I quote, as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and then repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet. So you needed your bonus action to do that, you use your bonus action for Healing Word.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Alright, so...
I didn't realize that, I'm sorry.
No, it's no problem. I was in the bathroom, I could hear you, and I was like, oh, nope, he can't do that, he just uses bonus action. Not a big deal, though. But your spiritual weapon is still there.
Okay.
Okay. Bree didn't like getting hit 7 fucking times with magic missiles. It's fucking rude. So she will continue to pummel on this asshole, hopefully.
Okay.
With Juan Whack. Yeah, that should do it, but that's minimum damage.
Yeah, 24 does absolutely hit.
Yeah, absolute minimum damage, though. Alright, I'm going to do that again, hopefully harder. Ooh, much harder.
Oh, fuck.
Considerably harder.
Holy shit.
God damn.
So as you swing down the second time, it moves its shield over towards you, the one that's projecting the shield outwards. You hit it, and the shield literally shatters like glass, breaking its concentration from the shield, and you follow through with the fucking 17 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And as you smash down onto this thing, it is bleeding profusely from every orifice from its belly button up.
Now just lean in a little bit with that, because I imagine like the kind of morning star's like kind of lodged in its like collarbone, or I'll lean in a little bit and be like, "You ever fucking hit me with a fireball again, you son of a bitch!"
And as you say that, it literally just coughs, just like. Little smoke comes out of its mouth. It's clearly a goblin. Like, this bitch should not know Booyog. Okay. So, with that being said, from this archer over here... let's see. Gray, what is your AC, buddy?
12.
Okay, yeah. So an arrow is loosed, and you take 7 points of piercing damage as an arrow catches you across the cheek, deep. It actually, like, knocks out one of your teeth as you look and like, oh, shit, these things are for real. That ends its turn. The other goblin, the other archer, I should say, is going to fire at Beaufort, and, oh, that is a nat 20. Hey, I got one today! Yay! You shut up, Beaufort. You shut up, Beaufort. You take that 2d6 and you fucking like it. Okay, so 10, 11, 12 points of piercing damage.
Oh, max damage.
Yeah, no, not max damage. No, I
it.
rolled a 6 and a 4 plus 2.
Oh.
I can give you max damage if you'd like.
No,
No,
I'm
I
good.
won't. I'm good. Okay. So as Beaufort is like sitting up from where Doc was, you kind of open your eyes and you're like, "Thank you so much." All of a sudden, in the throat, he catches a fucking arrow and he coughs on you and begins to bleed from his jugular. He's like, "Oh, fuck."
Dude.
Doc. A perfect time for your turn, by the way. That's fucked up. Yeah.
I would
Aurora says I didn't do it.
do healer healing
This
on
time.
Doc, on Doc. I would do healer healing on Beaufort, honestly, if I saw him get shot in the throat. Like, it looked like it hurt him pretty fucking bad.
Oh, it caught him in the fucking jugular. He sprayed blood all over you like the turtle onto the earth below him.
So I'll do healer healing on him and then say we're even.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your
Okay.
healer's healing. Oh,
Oh,
10
yes.
points of healing. Hell yeah. All right, let me go ahead. I need to find something for your healer healing.
Maybe the heart. Oh no, that's courage.
I'll tell you what, we're just going to put a red dot on. No, you know what? We're going to put a green dot on you. It's nice and fucking easy. You've had healer healing. You can't have it for 24 hours. All right.
And then I'm gonna.
So Doc reaches up. She grabs the arrow that's sticking out of you. She breaks the head off of it, throws it on the ground, pulls the arrow out the back. And as you're like struggling against her, trying to get an incantation out, which you would instinctually do, she slaps your fucking hand away and she packs the wound with this gauze. She drizzles this powder on it and she begins to hold it. And as it holds, it almost cements in your neck and stops the bleeding.
And then,
Sorry, that was just for fun.
I like
PSI scene safety.
it. BSI.
Yes,
safety,
yes.
So then I'll stand up. I'll use feline agility to get over to this asshole.
Okay.
And then, I don't recall, do I need to attack with my action to be able to use my bonus action for my second attack?
Yes, you do.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm just going to be ready for, hopefully, an attack of opportunity.
Okay, Gray.
Okay. Gray, having taken the arrow, isn't gonna be too phased by it. In fact, he's having the time of his life. Clearly. And he's gonna look to the shaman directly, like, probably with the arrow still there, and go, listen well, I want ball beating on his drum. Well, whom you fight, you have no clue. Watch as I rip the sight from you, and he's gonna cast blindness and death on him.
Oh, shit. Okay, so which one?
That's the guy to use it on.
Blind or deaf?
Blind. This guy ain't seeing shit.
All right, so that is what, a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, I believe. Let me just make sure. It is a con save.
A con save versus what, please?
14.
Oh my god. I rolled a fucking 8. Okay.
Nice.
So as you do so, if I'm not mistaken, was it the shadow hands that come out, or what? Did you have something else? It was...
Yeah.
What did you have?
I think it is like this time the shadowy hands, but instead of like just blocking his eyes this time, it's just gonna literally dig in. Not damage, like it's just gonna phase through, I guess.
Yeah, so as you do so, the hands come out and begin to, like, peel into its fucking, into its skull. And it starts to look around, and now it's swinging its spear wildly, chanting and shouting in a language that doesn't make any sense. It's like going up and down by, like, 2 octaves each syllable that it says. This thing is clearly fucked up 2 ways from Sunday.
He'll then look at, like, Ree, I guess, and go, strike true.
Okay.
And then move, I guess. No, he wouldn't care. He'll stay there.
Alright.
Arrow or not, so.
So, with that happening, you hear an incantation begin to get muttered from the mouth of this psychotically crazed goblin. It finishes the incantation, it slaps its hands together, it drops the spear on the ground, but as it hits the ground, the only person that notices this is Gray. The spear hits the ground, bounces, and almost like a magnet sticks to the side of this thing's foot. It then holds its palms outright in front of it, and you see this burst of green mist spray forward. I need a dexterity saving throw from Ree, Gray, and Doc.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on it.
Yes, that is a smart choice, my man.
Also, I rolled initiative, not dex save for some reason.
That's okay. Reroll your dex save.
Both ends of the spectrum there. Oh.
Holy shit.
15.
Okay, perfect. So it was 15 points of damage. So everybody actually saves. So all 3 of you take 7 points of acid damage as this cone of acid just immediately erupts from its being and out onto all of you. As that happens, now good thing blindness. Sorry, go ahead.
Isn't concentration.
Oh, it is half for you, so it would be 3 points of damage to Ree. So blindness is not concentration, I don't believe.
No, it's not.
Nope, so it sticks. Its turn ends. Gray, go ahead and just mark your model down for me, and you guys see Gray fall into unconsciousness. In this heap, you see the sizzling and burning as he lets out one audible cry and hits the ground. His body begins to twitch as the acid is actively melting his being. Aurora.
Burned and melted. What a day.
I'm going to actually trust Stock and Reef here, and I am going to go here, pulling out my
Okay.
short sword and dagger as I go. And I'm going to try and murderize this one.
All right, perfect. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
I'm not
This was a dagger, you said?
short sword first.
Okay,
Yep.
short sword. Okay.
I'm going to re-roll that damage for piercing, or piercer. Sorry.
Okay. Yep.
Which I'm going to do that just here. So that's going to be
So
7. 7 damage.
you have a plus for what's your
For
dex?
damage, yep.
18
My
dex.
dex is 18.
Okay, understood. So 7 damage.
Yep, 7 with the first one.
So as you slice into this thing, as you hit it, you feel the short sword stop, and you're like, ah, fuck. And with your piercer feet, you throw every bit of strength you have into it, and you pierce through for that extra 2 damage, bringing it to 7. This thing coughs immediately, blood out of its mouth, and begins to bleed out of its nose. It is on death's door.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and use that extra attack. Same with the short sword.
Sorry, did you have a... okay, let me ask this question. Do you have 2 attacks, or are you carrying 2 short swords?
I have 2 attacks.
Okay, thank you. So you withdraw the short sword, and you stick it again, and as you hit it again, you drive it into the same spot, lift up. You feel the center of the chest bone split, and it immediately falls limp in your grasp in unconsciousness. And as you withdraw, it dies in front of you.
And I will not be using my dagger for the 2-weapon fighting. I guess I'm just going to kind of crouch behind this pillar and hope the caster doesn't know I'm here.
All right, Bofer.
Alright, so I am going to go ahead and move right here.
Okay, give me a second. I'll reveal some stuff.
I'm really
you are.
trusting you too with this caster.
I am going to go ahead and use my 2nd level Guiding Bolt spell scroll.
Okay, understood. On who? I'm sorry.
This guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make your spell attack roll at disadvantage, please.
Understood. Alright, let's see here.
Just for the record, it does not have its shield up anymore.
Got it. I'm trying to find it real quick. I don't have the spell prepared. Is there like a quick way to use this?
So can you just make a generic attack roll?
I think it has like a pretty big bonus or something.
All right, well, let's take a look at this real quick. So let's see. Oh yeah, you do not have a whole lot. So you have a +7 spell attack. Okay. So go ahead and roll. Can you just click on spell attack? Oh, I just clicked it. So you rolled a 21 if I click on it. If you'd like to take it, that's the first one you roll. All you have to do is click on spell attack, and it automatically rolls it. So it's literally, if you go under spells, at the very top it says modifier +4, spell attack +7. It's got a little symbol next to it, like a purple D20. Click on that, and that's your 2. If you want to click another roll, you're more than welcome to do both your own rolls.
I'll go ahead. Would you like me to do both rolls?
I don't care. I don't care.
I'll do the disadvantage.
I was just testing and clicking on shit, so I haven't used D&D Beyond because I'm never a player, so...
Alright, this will be my disadvantage roll.
Alright. 13.
So,
and with a 13, you hit it. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Let's see.
And make sure that you destroy that spell scroll, please.
Understood. So, let's see here. Guiding Bolt. So it's going to be 5d6 radiant damage.
Sorry, Lucy, go ahead.
He had this. I'm guessing he had disadvantage because there's a creature.
Yeah, so he's in melee combat with a creature that can strike him, so yes, he has disadvantage.
Also,
Really? I
the
thought
wizard
because
is
he'd had a bow
blind,
out.
so
That's true.
wizard is blind, so wouldn't that like?
It wouldn't matter anyways. He hit, so it's a moot point.
Oh, okay. All right. So D6.
It wasn't a nat
5.
20 or a nat 1, so it's a moot point.
Yeah, that's fair.
But to answer your question, yes, he would have had advantage on it. All right, so Bofer, how do you do it?
So there's going to be a yellow electric energy start sizzling up in his hand, kind of like DS2 style, and just throw it straight at his, like, I guess at his face. All of a sudden his face gets light and just explodes.
Yeah, and as the beam hits him, you see the whole body begin to glow, as is the effects of Guiding Bolt. But its face, it emanates this light, and as it emanates this light, it looks up into the sky and screams. It lets go of the spear that it had already picked up in attempt to defend itself against Ree, and as it's dropping it, it screams. You see the spear shimmer, hit the ground, and its whole face bursts in a cone of blood and flesh across Ree's body, and it falls silent. Anything else, Bofer? Oh, you do have a bonus action. Yes, you do.
Put spiritual weapon right here and attack the.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Yeah, 23 fucking hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
6.
Alright, so the spiritual weapon spins around, swings down at this goblin, and as it hits it, cuts off a good portion of the back of its scalp onto the pillar in front of it, and it screams as it's drawing for an arrow. Alright, Ree.
Ree kind of like screams into the darkness, I was gonna kill that me fucking melted my boyfriend! And she'll turn around and use a potion of healing on Gray.
Okay, go ahead and give me some dice.
Where is it? I just saw it. There it is. Okay. Alright, what is it? It's 1d4. Yeah,
It should be 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus
Yep.
2. Yeah, there it goes. Ew.
Alright,
Well,
hey.
zero.
So, Gray, your eyes flicker open, and Ree is above you, bloodied and fucking scorched to pieces, pouring this potion down your throat, holding you by the back of the head.
Just drink up, baby bird! Come back to me! Don't leave me!
Oh, shit.
By the way, she ends her rage. Sorry.
Okay, understood.
So she's not as intense looking, but still fucking terrifying. It's not something you want to wake up to.
No. So the goblin behind this pillar, it drops its short bow, and it pulls out this crazy looking jagged scimitar, and it swings at you, Bofer.
Let's go.
So that's a 21. That'll hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Barely.
That is for 7 points of slashing damage as it catches you across the collarbone and down. It literally buries it into the chainmail, but you see it is struggling to get it out of your flesh. Doc.
I'm gonna move up and try to see if I can't hit this guy. Short sword first.
Okay.
20.
I mean, yeah.
Destroy.
It's got 2 hit points. What do you got?
Destroy.
So she will run up and kind of like jump to land in front of it, and as she jumps, she'll just stab down on it.
All right. Yeah, and as you do so, you catch it in the top of the head, and you just pierce straight through the top of its head and out the bottom of its jaw. Excuse me, with the short sword. And as you withdraw it, it doesn't make a noise. It just sounds like somebody, cut a bottle of ketchup in half and threw it onto a McDonald's floor. It's about as descriptive as I can be right now. All right, with that said, combat has effectively ended. In the immediate vicinity of this situation, what are you doing?
Reed
Hey,
trying
Doc.
to cradle Gray.
Ree is cradling Gray.
Is trying to hum and soothe you as best as she can.
Gopher?
Can you get this out of my shoulder?
Sure.
The scimitar's still there because he said he was struggling to get it out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I'll pull the scimitar out and try to put pressure on it so that
Oh, that kind of hurt.
Yeah, it hurts, but it doesn't deal any additional damage.
I guess Gray will like seeing Ree would say, "This is not the worst thing I've woken up to."
then you look over and you see Doc putting her foot into Bolfer's chest to pull a scimitar out of his shoulder.
Not yet. He'll continue to say, "Good morning to you too," and then he'll stand up. Yeah, it's round 2 with tears. Fuck it.
Shh, don't save her strength.
He's definitely gonna stand up.
Okay.
He's
You're
a strong
welcome.
boy. He's a
I
strong
saved
boy.
you. I love you.
Not.
What was that weird looking sticky spear that apparently... Did any of y'all get hit with that?
No.
It's
Well,
Collectively,
I got-
you guys know that it never swung that spear once.
I got hit by a lot of things by that guy, but not by that thing.
Probably
Can
for
I-
the best.
Can I touch it?
I'm
Should
gonna
you?
pick
though?
Sure.
Should
Okay,
you?
so, Beaufort, you touch it, is that right?
Oh no, Lucy beat me to it, I think.
I
Well,
figured I was closer.
If
so-
you are both going to touch it,
He wants to-
if you are both intent, let me tell you this, because Lucy's on the ground and Beaufort's at the top. If
Yeah.
both of you are intending to pick the spear up, go ahead and both of you give me an initiative roll, both of you. See
I
who
mean,
gets
if
to
he
it
sees
first.
Beaufort bolting for it, I think Gray would just like.
You want to do an initiative roll?
I don't give a shit either way.
I know,
Somebody,
I know. All right, I'll just roll.
this is a player thing, so.
You beat me.
All right, so who was it, Lucy?
Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy.
One, yeah.
Okay, so Lucy, you as you reach down to this absolutely decimated goblin body, and you snatch the spear, which I have already shown you guys, by the way. As you pick it up, you feel this hum in it. The haft of it vibrates very physically, and you feel this pulse, almost like a nerve pain, like electrical pain, up your arm. Your body, your mind immediately attunes to it. You have officially attuned to this weapon. You cannot drop it. Nothing within your psyche will allow you to drop this weapon. Period. End of story.
Okay.
And you hear something call out to you in the recesses of your mind.
Master? Hello, Master. Thank you. Other Master was so bad. I love you so much. You pick me up. I love you forever. Jot is your faithful servant until the end. Well, that is in fact until your end. Not my end, because I will go on living forever. But until that happens, I am yours.
And you feel the voice subside into your mind, and we're going to end there for tonight.
Seems like a good place to end.
That's a good place, yeah.
I'm kind of
Sorry.
glad that I didn't touch the spear.
Yeah,
It's
good
probably
thing our
good,
cleric
yeah.
didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moradine would have been like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done.
Yeah.
Done.
Keep
I-
the gauntlet.
By the way, I hope that whoever is watching in stream right now notices that not one, not two, but 3 of our players removed their headphones because that got so fucking loud so fucking fast. And I love it.
You
Okay.
were cutting out a lot for me, so I didn't get to hear the noise.
Oh,
The
that's
name.
too bad, Lucy. It's Jot.
How do you what?
J-O-T.
Jot.
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 I'm totally gonna mispronounce that every time.
I think that my audio is going to work a lot better when I don't have a massive sandstorm spinning around on screen, by the way.
Great
Yeah.
session, y'all. Good combat. That was
Yeah.
hard. That was a hard combat, actually. A little
Yeah,
bit.
that was
Yeah.
tough.
That fireball.
Very good
nasty.
session.
Yeah, we gotta not clump so much. I was like, oh god, we keep clumping.
This is
It's
why
funny too because
normally
I had a
don't
warlock
swap.
on the field and I was like, well, I could oh, what the fuck? Why would they stand so close? I can't not cast fireball now. I mean, I have 2 spell slots, so I might as well fucking use them.
I both appreciate it and dislike it.
All right, guys. We'll go ahead and we'll end here for tonight, and we'll jump back into it next week. I will
Thanks,
send
guys.
some information out, and Lucy, on your character sheet, I will be adding Jot. It is a custom item that is bound to you since you've attuned to it against your will. You know exactly what it does. Just to give you a little bit of a hint, though, essentially at this point in time, it has a single charge in it that refreshes every long rest. During your turn, mind you, you cannot drop it. Period. End of story. It cannot leave your possession. It cannot leave your hand. It cannot leave you. Once per turn, when you strike with the spear, you can expend a single charge, and you can deal an additional d4 electrical damage to whoever you are striking at. And that choice is made after you have connected or not connected your hit.
Okay.
I'm sure there are no downsides to this thing at all either.
Yeah, whatsoever.
There's never a problem when it.
That's all I'm going to tell you for now, except
No.
that it was a very excitable little minion. So, y'all have a good week, and hopefully...
Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, yeah.
That is good.
All right, guys, we'll see you
Great
soon.
session. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
All right, so we are going to. I actually forgot that. You guys, that I had to re-authenticate my damn. I know y'all can hear me right now, so bear with me. I need to grab my authenticator.
Yeah, Sarah's streaming.
Yeah, I had. There we go. Twitch security code. Okay, sorry, I had to do that.
0.
Alright, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. We're not going to do any of that crap. So, Seru, hell yeah, we're going to just raid Seru. Yeah. Perfect, we're going to go right on into it. Start watching. I got to remember every time I do my freaking,
Yeah, the voice thing.
Do I? Oh, hello. Is it Jut? Hello, my friend! I think I turned it off. I didn't turn it off.
Oh, I also have to place battle plans, too. Place what you want.
Alright, that was the bad one. That was magical chords. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, anyways, here we go.
Let's go back over to the Pokemon game.
Seru, here we go, my friends, in 10 seconds. Thank you so much for joining us for Dungeons & Dragons tonight. We will see you all back next week. Same time, same place. Alright, guys, see you soon.
Okay.
Oh my god,
I need Tadpool to be at its strongest. Good. I always forget